thing that you like. You can be nasty and catty and cruel and unusual. Twist my nose with your fingers, trip me while I carry liquids. But as you pin me down, my arms down on the ground, as your spit drips into my face. Deep in the back of your mind, remember at some point you'll have to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And when you fall asleep, into your room I'll creep. Did something move in the dark neath your bed? And then a voice you hear calling out loud and clear, a voice that is your own, a voice that's saying, ah! There are things that one can do with Bengay, Nair, and super glue. A package of indelible dye. Why would a guy such as I ever buy indelible dye? Blue as the sky. Don't ask me why. This catalog I found sells roaches by the pound. Millipedes, centipedes too. They say the meek shall inherit because they stay up late and change the will. And when you fall asleep, into your room I'll creep. Did something move in the dark neath your bed? And then a voice you hear, it's calling loud and clear, a voice that is your own, a voice that's saying, ah! That's all I have.
I love that. Hello, good morning, welcome. Take off your skin and rattle around in your bones. It's the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee will be at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning, man.
Guest today, Al Jackson. Comedian Reno Collier. And Jess Hooker, the cooker, will be here this morning. But somebody break it to Ace. There's no beer can chicken today. So
there's a reason. I'll explain why.
Yeah, he'll start bitching immediately. So somebody tell him, because I'm not speaking to him. Go ahead.
You're not speaking to Ace?
No,
I'm going to make you some chili,
foreseeable
weekend.
future. Foreseeable future.
There's a. I'll do the short version. I have never had so-called beer can chicken. Mm-hmm. Sounds interesting.
I don't see you getting home after a long day. Like today's going to be a long day for you. You get home tonight, you crack open a beer. I just don't see and flop it down.
Popping the game on.
Yeah, hitting the game on. Dolores, what's for dinner? Yeah, I don't see that.
Last thing I did, I think last night was what? I washed a garbage can. The point is, we had this interesting story about a company that has come out with a beer designed for beer can chicken. And Kristi, you want to help me with the beer can chicken recipe? I kind of forget how it works.
You put a whole chicken on top of a beer. I've never made it. I wasn't here for that.
Yeah, you crack open the beer can.
Crack open the beer and
slide the chicken over.
And it steams, right, as you cook it?
So the beer can goes in the keister of the chicken.
Sure.
Right?
Into that cavity.
Into the cavity.
It goes up its ace. Shove it up the ace.
Now,
chicken ace.
So it's this
the old highway.
The chicken is thus upright.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
So it cooks upright.
Yes, I'm sure it's been explained many times. Thus, it's upright. Yes.
Ergo.
The beer wouldn't spill out if you put it sideways.
I see.
That'd be real soggy. That'd be soggy beer can chicken.
My concern, of course, was that the heat and the aluminum.
The heat coming off the street.
And the paint on the aluminum, I'm sure it's mostly mercury, right? So you're poisoning yourself.
Of course it's not.
You certainly aren't. Certainly are not.
I've seen this gizmo for cooking turkeys where you mount the bird vertically.
Right.
Sure. Well, it doesn't matter what you do to the bird before you start cooking it.
Right.
You can mount it if you like.
French kiss it if you want.
Yeah. You can finger bang it. You can do whatever you want.
Say something else.
I know you're not supposed to wash them anymore. That was a thing people were doing, and that's a dumb idea.
Wash the turkey?
Yeah, it spreads germ.
Or that. Well, you should wash those, I guess.
Yeah, lick them clean. No, you don't want to get the, whatever that stuff is, turkey germ. But the point being, we have ordered this beer, the special beer, and it's not available. It's being shipped here. So when it gets here, we will do the...
Oh, cool.
Chicken.
Because this beer is designed for beer can chicken.
All right.
What makes it different from other beer?
It said it had
It's spiced a little bit, right, Willie?
yeah, it was like thyme and rosemary. And
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah.
In the copy, they said that you could also still drink it, but I don't want to drink a roseberry and thyme beer.
I bet
I like
you.
my beer to taste like stuffing.
I bet you'd love it, Willie.
No, chick, you know who cracks open a roseberry and thyme beer? My pop Tommy when he gets home after a long day to watch the game.
It's a lovely beer. Yeah. The rosemary and thyme. The hint of
Liquid
sage.
stovetop.
I love Stouffer's.
It'll be
Light.
worth the wait. Good. We'll use the actual beer that we were talking
And
about.
it's from the Purdue Chicken Company, by the way, not the same as the university.
Spelled different, yeah.
Perdue. The Purdue Chicken Company has created something called a beer can chicken beer with the Torch and Crown Brewing Company. But it's designed, as you mentioned, everybody, it's, rosemary, thyme, and pink peppercorn are the seasonings. So there you go.
I've never had pink peppercorn. Kristi, have you?
No, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, I'm sure you. What are you having? The regular peppercorn?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, what a shame, Tom. He only has the regular peppercorn.
Guys,
Black peppercorn this time of year.
No.
I'm not aware of social norms.
If you don't have pink peppercorn, you're simply missing the mark.
Peppercorn before Memorial Day.
But I'm still fine with my white Himalayan salt, right?
Oh my God!
What a fool.
You're not using the pink Himalayan salt.
I bet you've tasted the pink, right, Josh? Thorough and generous lover that you are.
I bet you-
Slobbering the pink.
God.
The pink.
I'd imagine Josh's yacht has a preposition in the
Weird all of
name.
a sudden.
Just a note for everyone listening. Tom said, slobbering the pink, and rolled away from his microphone like he just said, thank you, San Diego, good night. It was slobbering the pink.
Real proud of that one. yeah?
Real proud.
Pointing to the stands after a home run.
Yeah, look at that.
So does the traditional beer can chicken, then, does that marinate the, can you taste the beer?
I think it's real. What's that?
very faint.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think you would do
Negligible.
it.
It's negligible.
If you want
Burns off,
something
yeah.
beer flavor, have put your brats in a pot and boil them in beer and then cook them. Then you'd have a beer
But
flavor.
it kind of
But
keeps it juicy.
Sure.
But have you ever,
it's okay.
remember the first time you tasted a beer and you went, I will never, ever drink this again?
Yeah. Tasted awful.
But I kept going back though.
That's because it's the key to the pink stuff. Drink 4 of these, you'll take her out.
Like even as a little kid, every time my dad had a beer, I would take a sip, and it was usually when he was barbecuing, and I would go, man, how do people drink this? But I would do it every time.
Yeah, and I think you're being a little bit modest. Have you ever told Willie about your very special night?
The garage?
There are a couple though. The
party night. Right? You take a.
Oh,
he's aware.
And yeah.
Of Sir Dude the party night.
I
Yeah.
love Sir Dude the party
Right.
night.
Do
I
you want
would-
to explain
I would-
that for people maybe this weekend have an opportunity to do?
Oh my gosh, Memorial Day weekend is a good weekend because sometimes you drink all day long because you have to polish off a 12-pack alone of cans, and then you take that can box and where the handle slit is. Sorry, Kristi.
That's
you
okay.
Slide it over your head and you look through it like a knight would.
yeah.
And the chicks dig that.
Man, oh man, they would pretend like they weren't interested, but they loved it. Yeah, they would like run away from me and be like, get away from that weirdo. And be like, see, they love it. They're playing along.
And Josh would do chivalrous things like yell, later, bitches!
Yeah, oh yeah. Very, very chivalrous.
Slobber that pink.
Let me ask you this. From my particular background, my dad would come home and
Yes.
my father had
Dismiss the-
polio, so let me explain the story.
First thing he would do, dismiss the servants for the day.
We did not have any
Thank you,
service.
everyone. Thank
How did he
you.
get to work? Did he drive? He didn't
No,
drive.
he didn't drive. He
Did he roll?
Did he have a driver?
No, he had his buddy took him.
Oh, okay.
Mo.
Mo.
Swear to God, that was his name.
Nice.
Oh, that is nice.
Very nice man.
Hey,
Thank you, Mo.
hey, Mr. Griswold, car's ready.
Thank you, Mo.
Mo was his buddy, and Mo was a gin drinker.
Let's roll.
Okay.
Because they would come back to the house,
Let's roll, Mo.
and I would make their drinks.
Right.
And Mo was a gin and tonic guy. My dad was usually bourbon and water, but the reason I bring this up, my dad's friend Joe
Joe and Mo.
Joe and Mo.
huh?
Joe and Mo, seriously.
Your dad was friends with the Pet Boys? Holy hell!
Joe, we'll call Mr. K, who was a genius engineer.
Of course.
No, I mean like super genius engineer. He was,
whatever.
just let me make a point here. He was a beer drinker.
Yeah.
And I mean, most guys, do you know, I don't know, maybe it's just a certain class thing, but most guys that are 60, 70, 75 really aren't beer drinkers. They're primarily liquor drinkers, don't you think?
No. Not anymore.
Of that era, I mean.
Of that era, yes.
Yeah, you're not going to see on. My dad was Mad Men.
Yeah.
He was like that generation, maybe 5 years younger.
Right.
But you didn't see Don Draper downing a beer.
Walk in and crack open a beer. Yeah.
I only saw my grandfathers drink beer.
My grandfather was a big Budweiser in a bottle.
Really?
Oh,
They were also military dudes, so maybe they.
Your dad, was he?
A beer drinker?
Yeah.
Not often. No, he's like me. He would. It was not very often.
Was he a liquor drinker?
No.
How about pot?
He had dabbled when he was young, and then said, "It's not really for me." Yeah. So.
No, but he was in Vietnam, a combat veteran.
Right, and it was there. Yeah.
Did he ever talk about that?
The
pot? Nom?
He said it was there, but it wasn't like Platoon where everybody was losing their minds.
Doing shotguns out of a bamboo stick.
Yeah. But maybe that was somebody else's experience, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
just kind of a generational thing, I think.
Yeah.
I just recall my dad and his friends, and I don't recall them ever drinking a beer.
Yeah.
But certainly a different world. The larger point here is, Ace, thanks for asking. We're not having the beer bottle chicken, beer can chicken. Oh, the beer bottle chicken. That'd be interesting.
You just need the longer chickens.
Yeah.
And you have to remove the shards of glass. Sorry, the beer can chicken.
The chicken's done 5 minutes before it turns into a pipe bomb, so make sure you get it when it's nice and juicy. Otherwise,
more Irish chicken. Pat's laughing, but his throat he's got coffee in his mouth.
I almost did a spit take.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
I hate to throw you a curveball real quick. Yesterday, news story: zombie seagulls.
Yeah, we're doing leftovers today.
Yeah, I want to do a seagull thing. Do you remember the seagull story about the?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'll dig that up for you.
I have it.
Now,
We're coming up on a holiday weekend. Maybe you're going to start your vacation. You want to have your compound nice and secure, don't you, Tom?
Oh, yeah.
That's where my boys at Simply Safe Home Security come in. Before you pack your bags, be sure to secure your home with Simply Safe Home Security. Enjoy greater peace of mind knowing your home is monitored around the clock by trained agents, no matter what beach you end up on. You're ready to defend your home against break-ins, fires, and other threats. With the top-rated Simply Safe app, stay connected from anywhere, anytime. You can arm or disarm your system remotely. Check your cameras to make sure everything's okay right there on your smartphone app. Simply Safe ships to your door and is easy to set up yourself. I've done it. It only takes about 30 minutes. However, Simply Safe does have certified technicians that will install it for you. With financing through Affirm, you can secure your home today and just pay installments over time that fit your budget. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off your order with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there is no safe like Simply Safe.
Real quick, very serious note. Even if you have an all-electric home, if you've got a garage, make sure to get a carbon monoxide detector when you get your Simply Safe system. Carbon monoxide detector is very, very important. I was talking to a fireman friend of mine about it. Make sure you have one, please. Might save you and the kids. Now, coming up, some great stuff in the news. Some serious business. The mushroom coffin in the news. And Gwyneth Paltrow may have outdone herself when it comes to Father's Day. Oh, just wait. It's a beauty. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't miss the Bob and Tom Show, live from Indy 500 Carb Day.
Hey guys, Santino Ferrucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. You know, it's such a great charity. More than 90 cents of every dollar does go to the charity, so it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
Hey, Bob and Tom, this is the Static Shack. This is a real recording studio. All this stuff is paid for, and this is basically where bands come in, record their tapes so that they can play their tapes on the radio and stuff. I could have had a recording studio this nice too, but I got a boat instead. And my band's coming here. What?
Can I get some help, man?
Dusty, I'm the lead singer. I mean, I'm kind of busy, plus I'm taking my break now. If you need help, I'll get a girl to join the band. Basically, you have to have an audition couch in a studio. It's state law. That way anybody that comes in knows that they're trying out, knows it's going to be a fair chance. I'm basically auditioning backup singers right now. Just call my pager. Pretty sure we can make it happen. I swear to God we can. This is my favorite part of the recording studio. Not every band has this. We got Goldschlagers. Look at that, Goldschlagers. We got Funyuns, and we got Jaegers. It's the lead singer salad bar. I love Goldschlagers. Goldschlagers is basically the only liquor invented that looks like it has goldfish turds floating around. But the fact remains, that's 14 karat gold. When you drink all of this, you can crap a promise ring. Bob and Tom, this is called the Control Panel Console Operation Board. I probably know more about this stuff than anybody I know of. Me and Angel Skinner did it on here once. I swear to God we did. We had to stop, though, because her butt kept getting feedback.
Late night party at the pizza barn. Had no idea it could get this hard. $80 tab, try to split it 4 ways. That don't work when the drummer never pays. Scotty got the pizza, boner bought the beer. Then our waitress says, are we finished here? Let me put the tip in, cause you're so hot. Let me put the tip in, I swear to God. Let me put the tip in, I love your hair. Let me put the tip in, it's only fair. I swear to God I'm the best tipper. I lay it right here on the table to prove it. Long dark hair hanging down her back. Had asked for days causing a pork attack. So fire ass hot, she should be on stage. A meat lover's dream, making minimum wage. Let me put the tip in, come over here. Let me put the tip in, get you a beer. Let me put the tip in, I swear to God. Let me put the tip in, check out this one. Heck, that's only 10%, baby. Look, you want to see a little more? There's 20% right in your face. I swear to God, you have to accept my tip. It's state law. Now, when I know how to set the mood, baby, how about a guitar solo? No, not the whole thing, just the tip. Scotty Winkler! Let me put the tip in, I swear to God. Let me put the tip in, give me the nod. Let me put the tip in, just try your card. Let me put the tip in, or the salad bar. Let me put the tip in, baby. You'll always come out ahead. I swear to God you will.
And never got out of the car. And you're complaining.
When I was in the Navy, one of my favorite jokes was like I used to fly this radar plane, and we'd go up for these really long, boring missions in the middle of the night. So get a new guy in the squadron, I'd go up with him and say, hey, middle of the night, if you want to take a nap, go ahead. So he'd doze off. While he's asleep, I would go ahead and run. I'd hit the circuit breaker, pull the circuit breaker so the fuel gauges go to 0.
Uh-oh.
Then I would act like I was asleep. Boy, and when he came to, boy, did his eyes just light up. That's
light up like a fire. Oh, man.
Died of a heart attack. It's hilarious.
The old empty gas tank joke.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Well, that won't get old, will it, Chick?
No, it's not old on.
No.
He missed a pistol. I like it. Man should be proud of the work he does.
There's Kristi Lee at the news desk.
I guess.
Everybody, shut up. Thank you. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Oh, what's wrong with you people just going nuts while I'm introducing people? There's Josh Arnold.
Hello, Chick.
There's Willie Griswold.
The inmates are running the asylum, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Hey.
Tom, if you'd like to introduce Ace, you can. Al, go right ahead.
You're not speaking to Ace, is that correct?
To Ace or about Ace.
Or of Ace.
And I did nothing.
What's his book called?
Unreasonable confidence. Paren, never my fault. Ace got him.
No. I walked in here during the break. I went to make a cup of tea. And
Good.
I come in here, and you guys are having a discussion about which one of you is the bigger hillbilly.
That's not true. What? No.
Yes, we were talking.
I've got plenty of hillbilly in me. Yeah.
You just don't have any.
Yeah, you didn't grow up like the rest of us.
And you were telling that story about your father and his two best friends, Mo and Joe.
Yeah.
I've got $50 that says that wasn't their names. The poor guys hung out with them all the time, but he couldn't remember their name, just like you. Probably Leonard and Phil. and I don't care what their names are.
That's completely false. That's completely false.
I'm calling you Mo and Joe. As long as I'm paying you, I'm calling you Mo and Joe.
I never got to meet my grandpa. This is really nice.
You sons of bitches. I own you. A lot of that.
A lot of that kind of.
I own you. His hero, the only reason he watches It's a Wonderful Life is for old man
Potter, is that?
Potter. I love Potter. He's got a good thing going there.
What a sad ending to a movie.
Boy, oh boy. I love Potterville.
It's a double feature with my favorite hero, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
I only like the first act, though.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? No, Mo was his buddies. That was his.
Excuse me, Mr. Griswold. My name's Leonard.
I don't.
It's Mo, damn it! And if you sass me one more time,
I don't even know his nickname. I always knew it was always Mo.
What do you think? What would
So
Mo
his name could
Maurice?
be Leonard. We don't know.
Could be, but no.
Maurice, is that what you said?
No.
Maurice.
His last name. I'm not going to say his name.
Morris?
His last name started with the M.O. But then,
then that's
then
probably
his
where he
friend
got it.
Joe was an actual Joseph. So it was Mo and Joe. Let's bet $10,000 and I'll prove it.
thank you. How are you going to prove it?
Call Jan.
Because I know the
Okay,
son.
first of all, I'll give you $10,000 to not call Jan. Well, we got stuff to do. We don't have 6 hours. Okay.
You know who, Tom?
Let's see, Joe's son.
Oh, Bo? How's he doing?
It's not Bo. Joe's son, Roy, you know. And then
Roy, you know, Mo.
Mo's son is Phil.
Roy, the guy who hates me? Just on sight, the guy hated me. Is that Roy?
No, that was Henry who hated you on sight.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, wait a minute. You hated him on sight. Sorry.
No, he started it. This guy was
Two guys just staring at each other. They've never said one word to one another. They're like those dogs that just know they don't.
Henry evidently is doing things in jury science or something. I never picked that jackass for a jury. God, I hate him. That was the first thing he said about me.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's true.
You should have thanked the man.
I guess.
Wait a minute. You think there is a lawyer listening right now that is a trial lawyer that would go, yeah, I want Chick McGee on my jury?
I told you that story. I went for jury duty the one time I showed up, and the prosecuting attorney recognized me because I tried to pick her up in a bar like a month before.
How much did she weigh?
Okay.
That's a mean follow-up.
I don't like a skinny woman, okay? I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, that's the one. No, I think he is a trial guy.
Sure.
Gotcha.
And that's an art form, is picking juries.
Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
there's
is.
a real
And
career.
he had listened to you long enough to know that they would never pick me either.
No.
What is that show that Phil McGraw came up? Bull, yeah. Phil McGraw wrote that or something, or came up with it, or created it, and it's all about jury science. It's pretty good, actually. It's not bad.
Remember the book about O.J., The Run of His Life? Mm-hmm. And the guy that wrote the book.
When he wasn't playing with himself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But they hired a jury consultant right away, and he goes, "This is the worst jury in history. Don't pick that guy. They would pick him." It was brilliant. Wow. Now, I have a nice request here. This comes to us from Cody.
Hi, Cody.
He writes, "Good morning, fine people." Oh, this must be for another
somebody
show.
Else.
Could you? Oh, I guess it is for us. Could you play the game Guess What's in Josh's Wallet? It's been a long time.
Oh, my gosh. That is the game that has taken America by storm, and it has been a long time.
I swear a couple days ago you said something about your wallet, and I almost said that out loud, but I realized I didn't care.
Explain the game.
The game is I have a billfold, and you can see cash in my billfold. However, you can only see the outer bill, of course. Mm-hmm. So you have to guess how much is in there. There is a problem, though. I may right now be cashless, so let me double check.
Oh. Okay, is your wallet in the other room?
I'm cashless. Do you have any cash?
I don't, because I gave it all to my grandma yesterday.
I have 50 euros. That's all I got.
Hungry.
The only thing I have.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Willie.
You got to get her a new tooth.
So hungry.
Her crown fell off, chick. She looks like such a hillbilly.
Oh, it's right here in the front where it came off. Yeah, I saw that.
This older, sweet, distinct woman. I mean, she's got such a great life, but she looks like such a hillbilly. She's getting it fixed today, but I said, you can't fix it today. I say no more teeth till you hit 100. You got to learn your lesson. You got 9 more years looking like a hill jack.
Call her Mammy Yoakum. Tell her I told you to.
She was a distinguished state senator. You should get a picture of her all dressed up like the senator with her one tooth missing.
I mean, she looks like she plays in a jug band. It's hilarious.
Now she looks like the lady who warns the kids in a horror movie. Those are his woods now. What? No, I'm cashless. Apologies. I had to tip my pedicure lady yesterday.
Nice. Nice.
Ran out of cash.
What colors you go for?
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Hot pink.
It's summer.
Gross.
How often do you get the feet done?
I'm going to say every 3 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels pretty good, doesn't it?
I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. Guys, dudes, do not be shy. Go in there.
Now, do you? My understanding that when you do this, I was talking to her. You take the nail clippings to go.
I do. Yes, I don't.
You save them all in a jar next to your feces.
Well, of course. Otherwise, the government's going to get a hold of them, and next thing you know, there's an army of me's out there.
You don't need your DNA behind. Like
read the news.
Nail clippings in a jar next to the feces.
Well, sure. You think I'm flushing that into the government's warehouse? No way. Government's dead.
Yeah. It's all in a closet that's lined with your own hair.
Hang on 1 second. I've got. Ace, do you have a wallet with you today?
Of course.
Is it in your pants right now?
No.
Is it padlocked?
You don't have one of those wallets with a chain. I'm sorry. Ask him if he has one of those wallets with a chain on it and it goes from his pants to his back pocket. You don't?
No. Ace Unchained.
Oh, wait a minute, Will. You got a
Actually, I own one, but I don't use it.
I do have small bills. I have small bills, but that kind of takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, don't say that.
Well, you should have said that.
Well, because I thought that I gave all my cash away, but I gave her all the bigger cash, and then I kept all the 5s and 1s.
So we can't play What's in Your Wallet?
No, but I will get. I'm always with cash. This is a very rare moment here.
Where's your wallet?
Fun.
Do you have your wallet with you?
Yeah, I don't.
I did. I played a similar game yesterday, actually, with Jeff Oskay.
Yeah?
I was handed a check for some of the many, many things I do.
Yes.
Certainly. People just hand them checks.
Oh, sure. I have to throw some away.
Unbelievable.
And I said, if you can guess the exact amount of this check, I will give it to you. And he did not. And,
thankfully.
He was real sad about it because he doesn't have as much money as me. Yeah. So he's like, that would have got me out of a couple jams. And I was like, yeah, it would. And then I ripped the check up in his face.
I don't even need this, bitch.
Burned the check.
I don't need this, bitch. Is that what you just said?
I didn't do the I didn't do the affectation, you crazy man.
Sorry. That's how he talks.
You are a crazy man.
Honestly, you know what I had? I don't have it. I emptied my pockets. I have all I ever carry around are those doggy
dog trash bags.
Dog trash bags that are biodegradable. I just took the dogs for a walk. You'll be glad to know I was standing in my neighbor's house when the sprinkler system went on.
I am glad to know that.
Nothing could surprise me in your pocket.
Am I dry yet?
I don't think it's probably the best idea that you are walking the dogs around your new neighborhood.
You should have an area, right? The dog area.
You can't. You're not making friends. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
It's okay. My neighbor.
No, it's not.
My neighbor, two houses down, he walks his dogs at 3 in the morning. Also, there's also a cop there all the time. So,
have you ever in your life had an average day? Just an average, normal, boring day.
By what do you mean normal? Normal's different for everybody.
Like just boring. Like nothing happened. You don't get
like you can leave work and go. I have nothing on my calendar. Right
I'm just gonna go home and watch TV.
Chaos follows you. I think that whenever you go for a walk, the cop sees you and he goes, "Hey guys, Griswold's out. I'm just calling it in. Nothing's happened yet. Just making sure you know."
Good morning, PJ.
I saw him on the street.
PJ is our cop.
You did?
Yeah, chasing his dogs one morning. Taking my son to a choir practice.
You saw him chasing his dog?
Now was he
about a month ago?
Chasing?
He was out in the street.
See?
I told my son,
See?
Tom.
See? You can't be doing that.
They were on leashes.
Yeah, but you had one of them in the street.
In a couple months, there's going to be a petition.
I pick up all their poop. And yesterday I bought the thing you told me to get, the paw pooper, whatever it is, the dog.
Like a dog diaper genie?
The dog diaper genie. I bought one yesterday.
Good.
I'm not trying to be mean, but lately when you sit up and stand, you make certain noises. What does it sound like when you have to bend over and pick up dog poop?
I sing It's a Long Way to Tipperary. Because
it sounds like 4 people riding a chandelier down a staircase. Just a lot of creaks and cracks and screams and moans.
This is a true story.
Wilhelm scream.
I have a clip-on flashlight that goes on the brim of my hat.
Yeah, all crazy people
Why
have
did you
those.
tell us that like we wouldn't believe it?
And then, no, it's really handy because prior to that I was using the light on my phone, and I slipped and I just about had my phone land in the pile of fresh poop.
To keep your phone in play, you put it in your breast pocket of your shirt just in case.
No, and I've learned you got to put it in your back pocket because that's what happened. I bent over and it. So yeah. Anyways, I got it down. It's all good.
What if you got a translucent pocket so you could put your phone in it with the flashlight on, and then it would just be sort of a flashlight on your chest?
It's not a bad idea.
No, it is a bad idea.
That is a very Griswoldian idea.
That's right from the minds of Griswold Industries.
The clip-on hat light is the greatest. It's handy. I also have a pair of those. You've ever seen those fake glasses? You put them on and they've got 2 flashlights.
Sure. I thought you were going to say the fake, like Groucho glasses with a big nose and a mustache.
You could put that and make those even funnier. Put those on. They've got 2 little flashlights at the east and west end of each eye. Yeah, there you go. Temple's the word I was looking for.
Oh, God.
Those are really handy. If the breakers blow, you can go downstairs and find your way around.
Ace, did you get Tom one of those hats that you got us?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh, okay. Man, I love it.
It's the greatest.
I love that thing.
With the Bluetooth in it?
Yep, and it's got a light on the front.
It's got a light in the front,
With 3 settings?
Okay, my sister Jan just weighed in. Chick.
How long's the email?
Yeah. I don't have time to get 8 pages of email. I don't have time. She doesn't know who I am anyway. It doesn't matter.
She certainly doesn't know who I am.
This is interesting. Yikes. My sister has gone into quite a bit of detail here. She has both of their... Mo's real name was Malcolm.
Oh.
And Joe...
I can't say Malcolm. You're Mo.
And by the...
Shut up!
What are you, Lebanese? Get out of my house.
Mo, no DUIs this week.
Jan writes, I was not a fan.
Of Mo.
Apparently there was some issue.
He Benny Hilled her around the front yard. That hell. That's just Mo being Mo.
Mo's being a Mo.
Look at Jan learning about the world. Look at her.
Poor Jan.
More gin, Mo. More gin.
You gotta learn somewhere, darling.
Oh, God. No, there was some
Birds and the bees, babe. Birds and the bees.
Throw in the pond, learn how to swim.
The more you get them grabbed, the more they'll grow.
Oh, Mo, there's grass on that field.
That's terrible.
All of a sudden he's turned into W.
Sorry, Jan.
That's your father. That's his father.
Learning about the world.
Have a lovely day, Jan. Turn your radio off. Don't listen to this.
And Jan writes, she used to make Dad whiskey sours and Manhattans. I don't even know how to make either one of those.
Well, I thought you said you made him. Oh, you gave him.
I made him bourbon and water, mostly.
Manhattan's kind of like
What's
an
the
old-fashioned.
recipe for bourbon and water?
I think you throw in some ice.
Well, by the time I was in high school, when I was a senior in high school, the recipe was I do a shot. Then pour one for Dad.
Were you a gin and tonic guy? You look like a gin and tonic guy.
I cannot drink gin anymore.
Yeah, but there was a time.
Gin and I had a falling out. I should say I was falling on a floor in Milan, Italy.
Okay.
Where I woke up. Long story.
I like gin on an airplane. It's a nice airplane.
Really?
Drink. Yeah, but besides that, I don't really want it. It's weird and old-timey.
Yeah, gin has an odd taste in my
kick rocks.
Who's the actor that just sold his gin company for $600 million?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Aviation gin. Yeah.
Coming up, we have another,
might change your mind.
this time sports celebrity who is coming out with his own liquor.
Oh, really?
That's becoming a big thing.
Yeah, it is.
Who is it? Alonzo Mourning from the NBA Heat?
Our current player.
Current. Oh, there you go. Good. Who started that?
Who started what athlete?
Was it? Was it Sammy Hagar with tequila?
I think that probably is the most popular. Yeah.
And then
George Clooney did it with tequila.
Didn't George sell his for $1 billion?
Yeah, he made a lot of money.
Aykroyd has one.
Rich getting
he has
richer.
a death vodka thing, right?
Crystal Skull vodka.
Crystal Skull, right?
Yeah, and the Aykroyd one, doesn't it come in a skull?
Mm-hmm. It's real freaky looking.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Pat,
no comment.
You know what? You and I will just take it.
We'll let it go.
Let's leave the coming in a skull alone. Okay? Let's just not talk about it anymore.
There's a name for that, Pat.
There is.
All I know is that
yeah.
Mo and your
SF?
sister had.
You never heard of the SM?
No.
Sorry.
I don't want Uncle Mo to come over.
You don't want to know.
Hey, Tommy, where's your sister, huh? Where's your sister? Mo.
Are those growing yet? What's going on here? Huh?
Where's Mo?
Oh,
Jason Jan again.
Jason Jan.
Stop that, Mo.
Dad trips Mo with his cane. My dad.
My daughter
Just
alone.
laughing
Dad
at the
had a
whole
cane.
situation.
Get in the car.
What was I going to say? Oh, a special edition of this show coming up Sunday morning. We will be starting at about 7 a.m. Eastern time. A special edition of this. You can watch it on our YouTube channel or listen on 24/7. Special Indy 500 edition. Once again, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time with some special treats. Coming up in sports, the teaser, please.
We've almost got a Stanley Cup final. I'll tell you who won last night. I'll give you a hint. It was the team that was ahead 3-0. How about that? And Matthew Tkachuk had another great game. John Morant's having some trouble. And, liquor from the NBA. And evidently, gambling sites are very popular. I don't know if that's if that's a bulletin or not. I don't
Good
know.
for them.
Well, this is going to interest Willie because the place that they are very, very popular is a place that you have inhabited for some time. Interesting. Now, the Bob and Tom Show right here brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp is all about helping yourself and keeping your mind balanced because right now, boy, the world is extra confusing, don't you think? A little bit overwhelming. And to add some balance to your life, it's important that you take care of yourself, and then you can help everybody else out there. What BetterHelp is all about, it's about connecting you with a licensed therapist who can help you go on that journey of self-discovery. And what's really interesting about BetterHelp is they will hook you up with a therapist. Everything is done online, not just the getting together, but the actual therapy. So it's convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Here's how it works. You fill out a brief questionnaire. You will get matched with a licensed therapist. And by the way, you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. What I'm talking about is BetterHelp. To find out more information, go to BetterHelp.com/BT show. Do it today. And they'll knock 10% off your first month. It's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show to get some balance in your life. Once again, entirely done online. Coming up today, we have an odd story about arson. We have an update on the guy with the old scissors and the keister. And very interesting stuff about sports betting. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Behind me is the infield of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm here to give you some of the fashion do's and don'ts of the biggest party at the race. Let's talk footwear on race day. You want to wear something comfortable, something you can walk in, something not too expensive. My choice, the Nike Air Monarchs. They're in your garage, next to the lawnmower. Your dad wears them. Don't wear this. This is a Croc. I don't care if it's in sport mode. The holes do give you hilarious tan lines, but you don't want to get any trough juice on your little toesies. If you run into a man wearing these, run away. Any man wearing weatherproof boots at the track has a mind for destruction. He washed his face in the trough this morning and he's been drinking Mountain Dew and moonshine since 6 a.m. If you bump into him, give him a go Colts and keep it moving. What to wear on race day. In the morning, it'll be a little colder. This is my favorite piece of clothing that I own. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. No big deal. Any shirt with the name of an alcohol and the word racing is one of the coolest things you can wear here. This one's sort of a deep cut. Rolling Stone shirt. The concert took place at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Colt skier will do, but I say go the extra mile. This is a Colt shirt with a St. Elmo shrimp cocktail. I'm not a big fan of wearing sports jerseys for a team that is out of season. Colts aren't playing, and the Pacers also aren't playing. Quick rule for basketball jerseys at the race. You want to wear your Larry Bird Indiana State jersey? Don't. You want to wear your Reggie Miller jersey? Don't. Rick Smits? Don't. Paul George? Don't think about it. George Hill? Not at all. It's too expensive, too cool, and it's going to get covered in Busch Light. You want to wear a Lance Stevenson jersey. Any Pacer that was here less than 3 years. Maybe a Danny Granger jersey. If you're wearing a basketball jersey, pop it off around lap 50. I hear you. Willie, I have a gut. If you're embarrassed about being fat, move to France. This is America and you're allowed to have a gut. You're saying, Willie, I got pimples on my back. I got stretch marks. This time of the year, that's your stars and stripes, my friend. Pop it off and let that flag fly. This is the coolest thing you can wear at the race, an actual Indy 500 shirt. Bonus points if you have an armpit hole or some sort of fraying around the neck. There is one more acceptable shirt to wear to the race. This is what a race fan looks like. Garfield's creator, Jim Davis, is from Indiana. The most famous person from Indiana. Suck it, Greg Kinnear. On race day, you're going to want a nice hat. You can go with an official Indianapolis Motor Speedway hat, or you can go with the cooler Indianapolis 500 hat that I got on 16th Street from a guy selling tacos. Anything with the word Indy on it. I recommend a Colts hat or a Pacers hat. The coolest hat you can wear on race day, however, is a Late Night with David Letterman hat. Of course, owner of the Letterman Ray Hall team. I do not want to see a Jay's Garage hat. I don't want to see anything Team Coco. If you have a Daily Show hat and it's spelled D-A-L-Y like Connor Daly, that could fly.
A Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know us. We're Amish Bill. No poles, no wires, no phones, no nonsense, no shiny objects. That's Amish Bill. And now, new from Amish Bill, call waiting.
Hello, Graber. How's the farm?
Good, Carl. Good to see you. Oh, wait a minute, Carl. I see Fritz is here waiting to talk with me.
Okay, Graber. I'll just stand here and wait.
Hi, Fritz. I'm talking to Carl right now. Can you wait for a moment?
Yeah, fine, Graber. I'll just stand here.
Okay, Carl. Now, where were we?
Call waiting. Another new world convenience from the old world minds at Amish Bill. Remember, we take Visa, quilts, and cheese. Amish Bill, leading you into the 19th century.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I'm making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
This is the iHeartRadio Sports Report.
In the NBA playoffs, Jason Tatum scored 33, and the Celtics stave off elimination by beating the Heat in Miami 116-99 in Game 4. The series now goes back to Boston for Game 5 tomorrow night. In the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Vegas Golden Knights are one win away from another berth into the finals after shutting out the Dallas Stars last night 4-0. They can sweep the Stars tomorrow night in Game 4. Game 4 of the East Finals is tonight. The Carolina Hurricanes need a win, or the Panthers will be going to the Stanley Cup Final. The puck drops at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. And in the NFL, 2 months after requesting a trade, Chargers running back Austin Eckler will remain in L.A. for the final season of his contract with $1.75 million in incentives added to his deal. I'm Andy West with your iHeartRadio Sports Report.
Need more? Open the free iHeartRadio app for the best sports stations in the country and the most sports podcasts with the biggest personalities in the game on demand.
Tales coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Too long. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi there.
There's Ace There's Willie
buddy.
Griswold. I hear Ace Cosby's in the room. I'm not sure. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
You can't see him?
He's getting smaller every minute.
Now, we have an unusual... sometimes we like to stretch to get to a topic.
What are we stretching to reach?
Seagulls.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday, we had a report of, is it zombie seagulls? Is that the...
Psycho seagulls.
Psycho seagulls.
Yeah, they were reportedly getting high off drug stashes that they were stealing from users in the UK.
I was on this like years ago. Seagulls should be outlawed. Let's kill them all.
Hey, they're our friends.
No,
Yeah,
they're
seagulls
not.
they're scavengers. They help
clean the beach.
Yeah, they do.
Except the parts where they're pooping.
Their job's going unfilled. Get out people.
That washes away when the tide comes in.
Not on the deck. This is a tsunami. Never mind. I'm sorry. Back to seagulls.
Well, honey, the good news is we'll have a clean deck. The bad news, that's a tsunami.
Oh.
The guy warning
The tsunami, we won't have it yet.
Do you want to give us some details about the seagulls?
Oh, yeah, of course. I just, in addition to nabbing folks' fries and chicken nuggets, the seagulls are swooping down on drug users in seaside resorts in the UK. Locals in Wrexham said a seagull stole a bag of drug known as spice.
That's damn near killed them, right?
And manically dive-bombed pedestrians before collapsing on the pavement.
Hey, where's Wrexham?
Nearly killed them.
Nearly killed them.
One witness said a seagull and spice is not a good combo. It turns them into psycho birds.
Psycho birds.
Now, what are the odds that ends in the titles of 2 Hitchcock movies?
Sure.
Isn't that
Psycho
something?
and the Birds. Okay, so that reminded me of this story, Pat, and I believe you have a song about this. Headline, Woman bit off man's tongue in street brawl. Seagull swoops down, eats it.
Oh, no. But can now speak person. Isn't that something?
Can speak person.
Yes.
That was also in the UK, right?
Yeah, here's it. A man in Scotland lost part of his tongue after it was bitten off during a fight and then eaten by a seagull. Mr. James Mackenzie and Ms. Bethany Ryan became embroiled in a confrontation that occurred at Leith Walk in Edinburgh.
Yes.
Oh, my.
Edinburgh last year. It says the fight turned violent when Mackenzie allegedly approached Ryan with a clenched fist. She, quote, kissed him on the lips during the course of that, bit through his tongue.
Man.
Ms. Mackenzie spat out the tongue when a large gull swooped down and made off with the piece of muscle.
Yikes.
Leaving him permanently disfigured. She was charged with assault.
At least.
We know the old saying, seagull got your tongue? No? Pat, your thoughts?
I got some thoughts. Well, they went out and they had a couple of pints. They laughed and danced and drinking songs were sung. They started fighting Out there on the street, and the fiery last bit off the Scotsman's tongue. A seagull swooped down and took the tongue away, much to the dismay of this poor man. Now, when you go out and this fella sings along, this is how he sounds when the song's played.
I like that much better than the original, by the way.
Oh, I love that song. I do. Thank you. Apparently,
Psycho Seagull. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Apparently, the woman, or he called the woman a pirate ship or something.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that what he said?
You know that class. That's such a great one. That's such a great kid's prank. Well, thank you very much. Now, I have a request. We can either squeeze this in or get right to sports.
No, get to the request.
What you got?
Let's see how long we can go before starting sports. There's a good game.
Oh.
Okay. I am listening right now. My wife is getting ready for work. She absolutely despises the song Internet Porn.
Ah.
I want to start her day on a great note. Please play it.
Oh, nice.
Okay. We're happy to do that, Mr.
Spite requests.
Yeah.
That's pretty clever song.
A lot of spite out there right now.
New feature.
Much spite. Many spite.
Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. This is Da Vinci's Notebook.
Back in the not too distant past, when I would need a quick repast or a temporary break from my agenda, off to the bedroom I would head, pull out the Playboy from neath the bed, and sneak a peek at all the portraits of pudenda. My alternatives were slim. If I tried to find another source for sin, I'd have to hang out with the losers in the back room of my local video store. But last month I finally made the call. I got a brand new cable modem installed, and it opened up the floodgates on a whole new universe of internet porn. Internet porn, Roman orgy scenes. Internet porn, dominatrix queens. Internet porn, girl on girl on girl on girl on girl on guy on sheep. Internet porn, gross anatomy. Internet porn, Pam and Tommy Lee. Internet porn, when you're given so much to choose from. Who has time to sleep? Honestly, honey, I don't know how the link got on there. After my girlfriend goes to sleep, then I get out of bed and down the hall I creep, so I can hunker down and wallow in depravity until 3 or 4. You'll always find me in that same tableau, silhouetted by my monitor's warm glow, and absorbing all the bounty from the cornucopia of internet porn. Internet porn, barely legal teens. Internet porn, naughty figurines. Internet geriatric German grandmas spanking Spanish men. Internet porn, erotic Asian art. Internet porn, guys with extra parts. Internet, I don't think I'm ever going to see the sun again. Internet porn, melonlove.com. Internet, there's my neighbor's mom. Internet porn, bikers wearing diapers, chasing nurses dressed like Smurfs. Internet porn, maison le clavage. Internet porn, en deux trois ménages. Internet, every kind of smut from every corner of the earth.
Da Vinci's Notebook, featuring Paul and Storm and their classic internet porn by special request. Coming up, we're going to get to sports, I promise. Is that correct?
Whatever you say, man.
Okay, thank you very much. A couple of things I want to remind you of. DJ Dangler, comedian, friend of the show, Fort Wayne Comedy Club, Saturday only. Also, Reno Collier tonight at the Woodstock Opera House in Woodstock, Illinois.
How about that?
Not the Woodstock, the one in Illinois.
Yes. Our own Jeff Voske will be in Indianapolis.
He will?
Yeah.
When?
Helium Comedy Club. This weekend.
Really? Well, that sounds very good. Willie G tonight at the famous Vogue, along with our guest from just the other day, Joey Molinaro. Details on that coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also...
Hey, everybody, this is Tom from the Bob and Tom Show to tell you about a great cause to help support our veterans.
For the second year in a row, the number 14 ABC Supply Team Chevy will be repping homes for our troops in the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500.
During the month of May, ABC Supply will match donations made to homes for our troops up to $1 million to build more specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans.
To learn more and donate, visit bobandtom.com/HFOT by clicking the link below.
Indianapolis, believe it or not, at one point was the biggest manufacturer house, the most car manufacturers anywhere. This was before Detroit took over. And Detroit ended up taking over because they were right on the Lake Michigan, and it was easier to get ore and steel and everything, the raw materials. For some reason, this was where cars manufacturers were. Well, they wanted a test facility. Carl Fisher, who owned Prestolite, and Prestolite was a big factory, and they made a bunch of different stuff, but one of them, they made headlights for automobiles, was his big deal. He ended up going on to develop Miami. He turned Miami into a vacation place, but he was one of the 4 founders. And they go, we need a place. Well, Speedway at that time, that was out in the country. And so they bought this property. How big are we going to make the track? And they're kicking it around. And they made the track 2.5 miles because that's what fit in the property they had bought. That's how that became, the property they had, it became 2.5 miles. And it was a test track. And they just started promoting it as the biggest and the best and the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But that's where the Indianapolis 500 is where a lot of innovation took place for years, like brakes and shocks and tires and safety. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway and the IndyCar Series have pioneered safety in automobiles. So how did it become the biggest and the best? I mean, just the daringness of the drivers, the innovation that took place, and again, the purses were always the biggest, and it was just where everybody from all over the world wanted to come.
Grizzlies guard John Morant say he's fine. Morant left cryptic messages on his Instagram account that he later deleted. The post from yesterday included messages and pictures saying, "Love you, Ma, love you, Pops," and loved his children, and then just said bye. Shelby County Sheriff's Office spokesman John Morse told the AP that deputies checked on Morant at his home Wednesday morning, said he was taking a break from social media. Morant suspended from all team activities May 14th after a second video showed him flashing a gun. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Dear Allie, I'm in a long-term relationship and I'm very happy. But sometimes I fantasize about sleeping with a total stranger and I'm starting to really want to try it. I doubt I'd get caught and it would keep me happy in my monotonous relationship. Should I try asking my boyfriend's permission or should I just do it?
I think you've already made up your mind.
Yeah.
You're going to do it.
Yeah, you just want the Bob and Tom Show endorsement.
Kind of. You just want anybody else's.
Well, I wasn't going to do it until
Right.
Halsey and Josh said, go for it.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
I recently got married, and
boy.
Yeah, and my wife changed her name. I know some women have a problem with that, but I wanted her to have my old girlfriend's name.
She must really love you.
Call me old-fashioned, but
Hell, you got the tattoo. Why not?
my wife actually got pregnant on our wedding night.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, not by me. Crazy night. But either way, I'm getting a brother. So. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't think her parents like me, though, because apparently when you meet someone's mother, you're not supposed to hug her and go, oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And if their dad's short, don't try and pick him up.
Oh, you're like a little baby, Dad.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
A list of things you're never going to hear at a party. Hey, when you're done throwing up, can you drive me home?
I've heard that at a party.
Hey, who knows how to play some folk guitar? The clogged toilet? That was me. Hey, the keg's dry, but I think we've all had enough.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, I hate to waste time, so who here besides me has herpes?
Same, because then you can match up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the neighbors are on the phone. They want to hear some Skinners. I can't hear the coked up guy talking. I want to hit on her, but she's so drunk. And finally, put down the gun or no more Yahtzee.
Yeah, you never hear that one.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Perfect. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick, making me laugh a lot this morning. I thank you.
Jess Hooker joins us.
Hello.
Good morning. There's Ace Cosby, I guess.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, pal. How's it going?
I guess.
There's Willie Griswold.
Morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
You're welcome. Now,
have you ever tried gingham? Jess has a gingham shirt on. You ever think of, I'm going to wear a gingham?
it's something you read about, and it's always in a book.
Gingham?
Yeah, I have no idea what it is.
I'm a big fan. My house, there is so much gingham.
Good for you.
Like a table? Like a
tablecloth?
Tablecloth. That's what I was wondering.
That kind of stuff, yeah.
Really?
The black and white check
throw
pattern.
pillows.
Yeah.
So it's just checkered.
Much of it is, yeah.
You have that live, laugh, love over your...
every room.
Hang in there, baby.
And the last one says, I said live, laugh, love.
I'm kind of curious as to what the sappiest posters were by era. I remember when I was in high school, you'd see the one, well, I guess maybe in college, it was, I do my thing, you do your thing.
And if we meet,
it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I don't remember that.
Frederick S. Pearls. I have nothing.
Suppose
that maybe like some hippie poet.
I don't remember
maybe it was
that.
like Rod McEwen or something. But those kind of short.
I remember that hang in there baby thing with the little cat that would hold on to
I've told you this. I've told you people this before. My mom and dad had that on the back door of their bedroom.
No.
Yes, they did.
Keep on Trucking. Remember that one?
Oh, of course.
That's a great documentary.
That is a
great. R. Crumb and his weird brother. And,
yeah, that doesn't end well.
That is a great documentary.
It is.
Dear Bob and Tom Show. Subject heading, how long can we go without starting sports?
Well, you know,
Craig from Pennsylvania
perhaps
writes,
you and I
can
could
we
have
shoot for 4 hours?
Perhaps you and I could have a quick meeting off the air about some things, and you'd never have to hear me do sports again if you'd like. We're certainly to the.
I'm sure there's some very
the
exciting.
arc of this. We're definitely on the downside.
Would you say this is the denouement?
I think it might be. I think it might take a look at some things.
I don't know, Dano.
Chick, if you leave, I'm leaving, not in a workers' solidarity thing. I'm just quite lazy and don't want to wake up. So me and you can just hang out, get coffee.
All
and
right,
stuff.
there you go.
I would miss you.
Who said that? Who the hell said that?
Well, it is time to check in with the sporting scene, and I wanted to say a little special hello to Jess Hooker. Probably a lot of you don't know that she was named in the Harry Caray will. She got his glasses.
Oh, boy.
Every time.
Making friends in here this morning, aren't you?
Yeah. Those are big.
I know better.
Those are like goggles.
Let's see how far you can go.
I just want you to, Tom, feel free to stretch out.
You're listening to the roast of Jess Hooker's glasses.
They look like the goggles that Ray Haroon wore when he won the first Indy 500. They're big.
Ray Haroon. Well, there is some controversy there.
Not a lot of Ray Haroon jokes.
No, there aren't.
From the Lou Alcindor collection.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. That's a semi-contemporary.
You ever see that picture when, at the time, Lou Alcindor graduated from UCLA? He'd won 3 national championships, and you see the graduates. There's a sea of UCLA graduates, and like 2.5 feet above everybody else. He's wearing glasses, and his mortarboard is really cool.
Jess, your glasses are great. My dad would always get gigantic glasses because he said he hated seeing any frame. He didn't want any of the frame.
Yeah.
Are you the same way?
No,
Okay.
mine's mostly I'm aging, and I feel like it covers it up.
Oh, okay.
So
it doesn't, and
Josh is showing the road.
there's nothing to cover up.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, Josh, if you want to do that, you need glasses that were also a helmet covering the forehead.
You're absolutely
as would
Wow.
I see.
Yes. Oh no, I'm absolutely. Am I still balding or am I bald?
Balding.
Okay.
no, because it's not past his ears yet. So like where your hair lacks, it's not past your ears.
I think the word
yet.
you're looking for is severely there.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like
Okay.
it's still in front of his ears.
Is going
His
bald
balding.
a physical thing, though, or is it a cultural thing? Like, I feel like you're not fully bald until you yell at a kid who's on a bike in your lawn.
Oh, I see. There are already. In that case, I'm way bald.
Would you go ahead and shave?
Come on, Scotty.
Would you go ahead and shave the rest of it, or are you going to keep that until it finally just?
I'm not ready to shave. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not. But
you still have the wispy island tuft.
Oh, don't you even go.
No, I do.
Tom, I don't think you know that Tom had a tuft right here for
ever.
decades.
Like the Rob Corddry?
Right here. Yeah.
Like 3 hairs.
Homer Simpson,
Forever.
3 lines.
So I never want that though.
Just
so you guys I need you to let me know.
No.
And you haven't lived until you've seen Tom take his hand at the time and brush that back.
Okay.
That one tuft, he would brush it back.
Just
That's
help me
lovely.
police my own balding, if you will.
Okay, we will.
So yeah,
You're very
I'm
handsome.
open to suggestions.
You don't have to worry about it.
Thank you.
We have a handful.
You're very handsome.
You're very handsome.
Handful of sports stories.
The NHL. That's Josh's third love, fifth love.
Yeah, it's in there. Yep.
Okay. Matthew Tkachuk scored a power play goal with 4.9 seconds left.
Oh,
Sergei
man.
Bobrovsky stopped 36 shots, and the Panthers earned their first trip to the Stanley Cup.
Just doing awesome.
Stanley?
Give me that cup. In 27 years, beating the Carolina Hurricanes 4-3 to win the Eastern Conference title in a sweep. Kachuk's goal was his second of the night and maybe the biggest in Panthers history. The Panthers will play either Vegas or Dallas for the Stanley Cup starting sometime next week. Oh, by the way, Vegas currently leads the Western Conference title series over Dallas, 3-0 with Game 4 tonight at Dallas.
Okay.
So there
Exciting
you
stuff. Down
go.
to the wire.
Police and... I'm sorry, I feel like
And now an excited man talks to a room full of people who don't care. Oh, man, we're really great series, wasn't it?
It's exciting. As a sports fan, I can appreciate it. It's cool that hockey and basketball are kind of mirroring each other. They both went to 3-0 series and won one. And
What's he doing over there? What
I don't care. I'm over here doing something else. What's happening?
I kind of liked that he was over there doing something else.
It looks like you were changing the oil in a generator.
You were leaned way back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Just getting some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Hey, police in Tennessee have conducted a welfare check on suspended Memphis Grizzlies guard Ja Morant.
You think he'd make enough money that he wasn't on welfare?
And say he's from. He put this up on. He put this up on his Instagram. It was a post, a picture with of his mother and dad. It said, "Love you, Mom. Love you, Pops," and his children. Love you guys. And a fourth message just simply said, "Bye."
Oh my gosh! Thank goodness they did a wellness check.
So Shelby County Sheriff's Office spokesman John Morse told reporters that they checked on Morant at his home. He answered the door and said, "Hey, how you guys doing?" or something like. He was fine, I guess. He was his larger point was he was trying to say bye. He was taking a break from social media. Because the second
okay,
time,
but you got to say that.
Of course.
This is the guy that's been flashing the gun in the video.
Morant was suspended from all team activities May 14th after a second video showing him flashing a gun was on Instagram.
All right.
Yikes.
Good for them for checking.
Don't know what they're going to do with him starting the upcoming NBA season. They don't. I've heard up to 40 games. He's going to be suspended for half the season. The NBA is very upset about firearms. They don't want that, and they told him after the first one. They re-emphasized the NBA bylaws about it. You can't have guns if you're anywhere with the NBA. Yeah, so we'll see what happens.
All right,
Put your money where your mouth is, NBA. Said they should put their money where their mouth is.
What do you mean?
And then not let him play if he's going to flash guns around.
But people like him and they'll watch games. So.
Next.
How about this for your doorbell, Tom? I'll get that, honey. How about that?
Oh, and every time you answer, you go, I got to fix that thing.
Is that still broken?
Chick, why isn't your house just gags or it's stuff like that?
You've never been there. Maybe this is my doorbell.
Oh, I got to fix that.
I got to get around to that.
I got Kristi's doorbell.
Oh, what's that? Oh, boy.
Very pleased. When is the big day?
You'll find out.
Okay.
Someday.
And then whenever that goes off, Andy goes, I got to fix that.
Real soon. More sports coming up. Gambling sites are very popular.
Yeah, they are.
That's a bulletin. It's coming up.
You'll be surprised perhaps as to where they are especially popular.
Real dumb.
Right now.
World record. Real dumb.
Real dumb. I don't think it's a dumb.
Stupid.
Also coming up, mushroom caskets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a fun guy. What are you
There it is.
Taking a trip. Not that kind. Also, do you ever see the movie The Conjuring House?
I've seen the movie The
Conjuring.
The
yes.
Conjuring. The house in question is in the news.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah,
it's
you'll
not
like
haunting again, is it?
You'll like this story.
All right, we'll find out.
Right now, I want to talk about great food and our friends at Hello Fresh. This is the perfect time to give your taste buds something very special. Hello Fresh, what they do, well, they do the shopping. They do the measuring. They get everything ready for you, put it together so you've got restaurant-quality food at your house. HelloFresh makes dinner time a snap. Some of these recipes take just 10 minutes. Jess, you made us those delicious firecracker meatballs a couple weeks ago.
I did. They were so good. So good that I ordered it for my family.
They're great. Now, here's how it works. You can pick from 40 weekly recipes of all types, by the way, from vegan to vegetarian to pescatarian to good old-fashioned comfort food. And HelloFresh says, hey, it's okay to be picky. They've got all kinds of food for you, and they've also got a store with a couple hundred things to choose from. So you can be part of this great, great program if you go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. The 16 in honor of 16 free meals. Lots of stuff. Willie, what have you been working on over there?
Check out the lemon tortelloni Palermo with roasted bell pepper and Parmesan. HelloFresh sends you 8 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have this delicious pasta dinner you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
16 free meals, free shipping. The code is BTShow16. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. By the way, this month, a special celebration of Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Authentic recipes created by Chef Serbi Sani from New York City's famous Tagmo restaurant. So always something fun and something great. Eat well, save money. HelloFresh. It's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, we have arson and a very special story about the religious significance of gold genitalia. That's right. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Don't miss the
About your britches, baby.
About your britches.
About your britches.
One, two, three.
Monday, Tuesday, hump day is halfway. Stick it in the pig, pop it in the bank. Saturday's coming quicker than anything. 48 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, and my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't come. I can't move on, attention is long gone. Suits are pressed, wallets in shape. The only thing left is a little manscape. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, I hope that I don't love you. 24 to rendezvous. I can't wait. Gonna blow a wad on you. 24 to rendezvous. I'm gonna blow a wad on you. Oh, I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. Gonna pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, you know. I'm coming in my pants, my shirt, it's my best suit, baby. I'll pick your flower, gonna be there in an hour. Coming in my pants, shine shoes, and my necktie, honey. I'm so excited, you know. I can't wait, baby. I'm so excited, you know. I can't wait, baby. I'm so excited. I hope that I don't come. Oh, dang.
Fantastic.
Here come the mummies.
That's his throat. This is dead on. This is it. Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
That is Inagata Davida.
Yeah.
Man, does one
Wow. How did you learn that you had
how
that
do you discover
incredible
that
talent?
Someone stole my radio, and that's what you start doing.
So, Moody, is your apartment, is it tidy?
It is tidy. It's small. It's tidy. It's a basement.
Even better.
I thought
Looks like we made it.
And I thought, I knew the ceilings are low. I thought I had 7-foot ceilings until my 6'6" buddy came over and had about an inch of clearance.
Your ceilings are that low?
They're low.
You can't even get happy
They're
in
low.
your house.
I think my apartment's illegal, to tell you the truth. It's a basement with only one exit. And the
front
exit
door,
is
yeah.
blocked by my meth lab. So I think the whole thing.
Yeah, it might be illegal.
I would never stay there.
Beautiful neighborhood, though. I live in a great neighborhood. A little, it's in New York City, Astoria, Queens. It's very peaceful. My neighborhood is so quiet. If there's any yelling at night, that means Ecuador scored a goal. I love it. Great. It's a little rowdy. The World Cup's a little rowdy. Other than that,
I'll bet.
Oh, you got to come over during World Cup time.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been... Well done, my friend.
I can't take it.
This is so funny. I feel like I was early on him just bugging the hell out of me.
Yeah, now I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
You're kind of catching up. Yeah. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin.
Hi, chick.
Not one of Tom's top 3 friends.
No.
There's Josh Arnold.
And I have something to say about Kristi in just a second.
There's Jess Hooker. She's here this morning. There's my buddy Ace Cosby. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, that's great. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold. The last thing he look at him. You know, this is a national radio show,
and that's what I wanted to say about Kristi, real quick, Tom, if I may. Kristi, every morning, God bless you, you come in here, and I see it in your face, and I see it in the way you act and what you do. You are ready to do a professional show.
Yes, I got all my stuff laid out.
You really organize, and you prepare, and you get ready. And it's like every morning I just want to look at you and go, you remember where you are? I know you're a professional.
Well, even Jess, like she walked in here, she also looks very professional. Turn on your TV, any other media thing, you're not going to see guys, Willie and Josh and the goof around gang dressed up. They're going to be dressed like Kristi and Jess. And just came in here, and she gets called Harry Caray glasses.
Yeah.
But I feel like your heart breaks a little each day when you're reminded at 6:04 a.m. check local listings that you.
And the first thing that people hear from our show is
poop and
butts are funny.
Alligators. This show, like just the same way that major corporations have a mission statement.
Yes.
We have one.
Yeah.
Our mission statement is, you're welcome. Thank you very much.
We need to
The other thing that you have started to do that is, I'm going to finally call you out on it.
I'm so excited right now.
Are we airing out grievances?
That is driving me. You're talking with your fingers in front of your mouth. You realize that when you talk like this with your fingers in your mouth,
You do.
We're broadcasters.
Like this?
Yes.
If anybody else is doing it, you go get your fingers out of your mouth. It's radio. Listen, be a professional. Come on. Be a pro.
All right. Sorry, I won't do that anymore.
Apparently, Josh was licking the peanut butter off his fingers while making a joke this morning.
You can't bully me pretending to be him as a bully.
I have a problem with that. I have a real problem with that.
Bullied once removed or something?
So how's that professional sportscast? You go right back to it.
I do NCAA survey. How's that for a sports guy, huh? Yeah. This survey shows that more than half of 18 to 22-year-olds are placing sports wagers.
Whoa.
You're out of that demo, Willie. How's it make you feel, old man?
I hate it. I'm 30 years old. It's the worst.
Yeah.
30 seconds before every break, ACL's 30. I'm reminded of my impending doom.
The poll of over 3,500 students found that 2/3. That's...
Sorry, Josh is dead. Josh died. Josh.
Well, so much for the professional sportscast. The poll of over 3,500 students found that 2/3, and that's almost half, of those living on college campuses engage in betting. 41% said their typical single wager was between $10 and $20, while 6% admitted to having lost more than $500 on sports betting in one day.
Whoa.
The NCAA said it would commission.
I forgot about the student loans.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, you know what? It's not my. All these kids losing $500. What are you going to do? You're going to blame the students or blame Purdue University for losing in the first round of the NCAA tournament this year?
These bettors are just victims.
Nobody saw that.
It's all Zach Edey's fault.
This is going to get real interesting because the NCAA said it would commission an athlete-only survey in gambling coming this fall.
And I would be curious, and I don't know the answer, and I don't expect you to either. I wonder how it divides men versus women.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think they do it that way?
If I had to guess, mostly men.
men.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Men are better with numbers.
Well, of course they are. Yeah. Man, you have all the money, so why wouldn't you?
If I have any math problem, I'm going to Kristi or Jess.
Well, I have a lot of friends who sign up with their wife's name or their mom or their sister because they get that $50 up front. So they get a free $50 to start playing.
Is there an incentive by some of these companies for if you're a woman, you get a free $50, or you're saying they just want a second account?
Yeah, they want a second account, third, fourth, fifth account. Yeah.
Sign the kids up. I need $50 more.
Boy, credit card companies have got to be going, we were the people who were keeping America's youth in debt. What are these guys coming? This is our territory.
So athletes are not allowed to bet, NCAA athletes.
I would, yes. You can't. I wouldn't think so.
What if you're a basketball player, but you're betting on football?
I don't think, I think the NCAA would be very clear on that. The optics of that would be
optics.
Terrible.
The NCAA isn't really known to have a lot of rules for their
Well, here's the thing. With the name, image, likeness, the NCAA, let's face it, and I don't care if they can drive over here, they have very little to do now anyway. So this gambling thing might be a big thing for a sanction they could slap on somebody.
What was the thing with the Detroit Lions? Some of the players were betting on campus or something?
What?
Yes, in the locker room.
Most recently, they were doing online gambling. But
and they were betting on Detroit, and they were betting on the NFL. The ones that got suspended indefinitely were betting on the league. The National Football League.
On their own team?
In some cases, yes.
Whoa.
But if you're betting your own team,
But they defended it by saying, well, we were betting it that we were going to win. We weren't betting it.
we weren't flopping, right?
Yeah, right.
But
I'll be curious to see how the results of the poll and what percentage is ladies versus gents. I'm sure there are some incredibly gifted female gamblers out there, just as there are in poker.
Oh, of course.
Well, sure.
But who knows? I'd be very, very curious to find out what the results are. So,
Chick, in your opinion, if the big leagues, your NBAs, your NFLs, if they are going to say, hey, no gambling for any of our athletes, I think the NCAA should impose a no gambling just to train some of the future stars. Do you agree with that?
Now it's time for Chick's opinion. I'm Chick, and here's my opinion. My first opinion is I think women should be put up on a pedestal.
Oh, why is that?
Just high enough to see up their dress. Thank you, Steve Martin. And no, of course not. They can't. No, nobody can gamble if you're in professional sports, and regular people can gamble on it. You can't do it.
So college athletes included.
College athletes especially. Well, not especially, but yes, absolutely.
Well, it's just as professional, if not more money.
What do you mean? Why not? You don't care. You want chaos. You want.
My life
you
is
want
chaos.
tanks in the streets. That's what you want.
God, no, we don't.
You want cordon. You want this whole building cordoned off, don't you?
Martial law would be declared, and he would still be walking his dogs. It's okay. There's a tank out there. I'll be fine.
Say when they
I'd like
turn
tanks
their
in the
head
street, especially if they can pick off that bus line that's ruining my life right now.
Oh, God, I love it when you get on the bus line.
You hate it when poor people can have access to the city, don't you?
He hates it.
Access to the suburb. Can't their parents pick them up?
You'll never guess who I saw at the mall up north.
They could have given a Rolls Royce to every person who's ridden that bus, and it would have been cheaper. Okay.
Not true. No. No.
I'll answer it. Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Where are you, Donnie?
I'd rather be on the bus line than what I've been doing.
What have you been doing?
I've been over at my idiot cousin Lonnie's house, helping him do some I've been helping him trim his bushes regularly.
Topiary.
Well, he's trying to sell half of his duplex, so he thought if he trimmed the bushes back, it'd make his side of the house look bigger. Well, he figured if it worked down below in his junk drawer, then it should work out in front of the house.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I can't remember. Kristi, do you trim your own shrubs, or do you hire that out? Because a friend of my mom, fellas, she can shape a Playboy bunny in your armpits or wherever. You know, $10 an ear. Anyways, Lonnie's not going to use a realtor. I already got the sign out front that says "For Sale by Renter." I swear to God. So if you know anybody looking by quality, gently used half of it duplex, then give him my pager number because I'll get a referring fee for Lonnie.
Okay.
Hang on. Wolfie, get the dog away from the air fryer. He smells some breakfast s'mores. I ain't telling you again, them marshmallows are too hot. Don't burn the rest of little Peppy's mouth. I'm going to go. Okay. We got a domestic.
Thanks, Don.
Nothing like s'mores for breakfast.
Oh, yes. Healthy. We turn back to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Four-time NBA champion and two-time MVP Steph Curry, America's sweetheart, is entering the spirits industry with a new whiskey. Curry's Gentleman's Cut Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey is distilled in 500-gallon copper pot stills and was not titled by any professional
no, certainly no marketing consultant.
Good Lord. And aged for 5 to 7 years in charred new white oak barrels, distilled, aged, and bottled by Game Changer Distillery in Boone County, Kentucky. That county killed a bear when it sure did. Only 3. Gentleman's Cut will be released worldwide anytime this month at the Boone County Distilling Company following the first bottling. Curry said, "I'm proud to have helped carefully craft a new signature Kentucky Straight Bourbon Gentleman's Cut. This rich, complex, and bold bourbon is the perfect offering to commemorate life's great occasions and will be part of a raised glass toasting moment in the lives of my fans."
Steph Curry didn't say any of that.
Friends and
No,
family.
the copywriter for the...
It's a quote right from Steph Curry. They bothered to get this quote, but they didn't bother to name the whiskey anything other than Curry's Gentleman's Cut Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. A 750-milliliter bottle, or what I like to call the handle, is $79.99.
Oh, okay.
I love this. Drink one bottle, you'll be shooting with the accuracy of Shaq.
No, it couldn't be fun. I want to drink this, hook up with ugly girls, just like Steph, man. I'm hitting threes. I'm in. I'm ready.
Oh, threes. And now, is everyone ready?
I have a question.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think he'd go for a hot sauce? With, the name Curry? Like Steph's Curry? Would that be more of a...
I think he's following the money here.
Yeah, and I don't... He's not Indian.
Steph's Curry. You just want people to live by the law of the pun.
Well, his name's Curry, so he has to...
Maybe he could have curry-flavored bourbon. I don't know. Who are the biggest...
Curry-flavored bourbon?
Hey, look, they've got vodka with every flavor known to man. Elvis Pubes vodka tastes just like the King's groin.
You know what? Curry bourbon could work in a Bloody Mary, I think.
I was going to say Bloody Mary mix curry. Yeah, that makes sense.
Who are the big celebrity booze people right now? It started with, I think, with Sammy Hagar, at least to my knowledge.
Yeah, George Clooney, but he sold, right? Ryan Reynolds sold.
Sammy sold.
Yeah, I don't know. Ron White, he had something for a while.
Tequila.
Joan Crawford owned Pepsi for a little bit.
Is that true?
Yeah.
What?
Joan Crawford, her husband was head of Pepsi Cola, and he died.
didn't know that.
She was the head of Pepsi.
Oh.
No more wire bottles.
Snoop has a wine.
Yeah, he does.
Who?
Oh, Snoop.
Oh, Snoop,
Yep,
that's
he
right,
has
yeah.
wine, yeah.
Okay, well, good luck, Steph. We'll have to get a bottle of this, give it a shot, literally.
You won't. Why are you talking about this? You won't.
I'll take one for the show.
Gentleman's Cut.
I assume that they were hoping to release this as the Warriors reached the finals.
Yeah, they may have. Yeah.
Makes the marketing a lot easier.
Yeah.
He's not busy.
What is it about you that you love others fail? It's Schadenfreude. You got Schadenfreude up to your eyeballs. What is that?
He really was giggling. He's not busy.
I'm sure they wanted to do this when they were in the final. That's not happening.
I love the ones where you're listening to
I think a loser. I think of Steph Curry. I tell you that.
No,
Oh, boy.
my favorite thing is when you've got a really crappy
Curry.
team, the really terrible team, and they'll go, if anyone knows about winning, it's the 0-12. And they've got the coach. He was representing some bank. Coach Johnson knows winning. Oh, actually, you know something?
Yeah.
He's lost 12 in a row. So this bank's about to go under.
You recorded this preseason, huh?
That just happened recently to a certain team I was following. And,
oh, man.
And the coach was doing commercials, and he had been ousted. Oops. Might want to pull the ad.
Well, they paid good money for it.
Okay, so sorry.
May I?
Okay.
Stupid world record.
If I remember correctly, Chick, you said this one is real stupid.
Dumb?
Could be the stupidest.
You said that yesterday.
I know. That was the llama jumping.
The highest jumping llama.
The highest jumping llama was
You
yesterday.
know what, Chick? I'm sorry that you're forced to do this every morning. On behalf of the show, I want you to know I apologize. And guess what?
How do you feel about that?
These stupid world records, they're not your fault.
Well, you know what? We could make you do them.
They're not your fault.
I have a question.
If you Goodwill Hunting him, I'm going to cry right now.
These world records are not your fault.
It's not your fault.
That scene is very triggering for me. His name is also Will. I can't deal with it, okay?
It's not your fault.
It's your fault.
Don't you?
Wait a minute. I'm hearing it is my fault.
Listen, play the voiceover again.
Well, I don't understand why. Stupid world record.
Recognize that?
He was also forced to do that.
At gunpoint, as I recall.
Yes.
Come on in, take off your skin, and rattle around in your bones.
That's great.
That's from MASH. That's exactly right. Thank you, Jules. I guess I said that yesterday. I forgot I did. The Guinness World Record for the largest T-shirt.
Wait, I'm kind of...
How big is it, you're asking?
It doesn't belong to David Byrne?
That jackass.
I was
It's
going to
a
go
really
like the
big
jelly
suit.
I tell you
I
what,
can wiggle my leg.
has more X's than the people in this room. XXXXXX. Has more X's than Taylor Swift.
Thank you.
Oh, she's been
Has
hurt.
more X's than Liz Taylor.
The largest T-shirt has been broken in Romania
Yeah?
and made entirely out of recycled materials. This giant T-shirt is over 357 feet long. That's longer than a football field. And 241 feet wide.
But it's still only the second largest that they sell at Wal-Mart.
Wow.
Got some big folks down there.
Yeah,
Unfit people.
I just Googled giant T-shirt.
Ever notice how many fat people are in Walmart, Willie?
It terrifies me.
I'm not going to... It's essentially the same joke. I won't. If you Google giant T-shirt, it sends you to casual mail.
The challenge was undertaken to encourage more people to recycle. Following the attempt, the T-shirt was broken down into 10,000 individual items of clothing for
that's
underprivileged
nice.
children.
And it looks like it has the Romanian flag on it. Is that what that weird...
Commie.
Yeah.
Is there a
Is that what that anti-freedom symbol...
is there a wolf on the front of it with a skull in his mouth? That's
You'd think
Romania's
that would
flag.
be
Yeah. The fabric of the T-shirt was made out of more than 500,000 recycled plastic bottles, which took over 3 weeks to collect. 3 weeks to collect from my house. Thank you. And a month for seamstresses to sew. Of course, Romania leads the world in number of seamstresses per capita.
That is a big
I did not know that.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, it's very nice.
Good for them.
Yes. By the way, the cost of that shirt,
Yes.
actually less than the average concert T-shirt this summer.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or a ticket, for sure.
Yeah.
And hey, Romania may have the world record for the world's largest T-shirt. I still have the world record for the world's crunchiest.
Yes, yeah, you could use this thing for a lifetime.
Things like Kevlar now.
Wow. Coming up in sports?
That was it.
It's it? That's the end of sports?
Well, he's always in sports with world records.
I think it's Friday, isn't it? I mean, I've been here forever.
It's Thursday.
Whatever. It seems like a day. You're doing that now. Why did you ask?
You know where you are.
Where we go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. What's coming up, Kristi?
Coming up, we have, if you're a fan
I refuse to use teaser as a noun. What's coming up, Kristi?
Well, if you're a fan of The Conjuring, we have a really unique experience for you. Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire has an interesting twist to it.
Pass.
And take your daily multivitamin, ladies and gentlemen.
I love Billy Joel. I love the Captain Jack and masturbating. Love it. Oh, yeah. Not We Start the Fire.
I like it.
The school children around the world have come up with everything.
Trouble in the Suez? Nothing?
No.
Also, overdue library books in the news and a mushroom coffin. Hey, taking a trip? This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to Bob and Tom.
Hey, everybody, this is Tom from the Bob and Tom Show to tell you about a great cause to help support our veterans.
For the second year in a row, the number 14 ABC Supply Team Chevy will be repping homes for our troops in the 107th running of the Indianapolis 500.
During the month of May, ABC Supply will match donations made to homes for our troops up to $1 million to build more specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans.
To learn more and donate, visit bobandtom.com/HFOT by clicking the link below.
I never forget one time we were doing a show. We were doing the Bob and Tom Show. I was on it there on Carb Morning, and they were live in the infield. Townsend Bell, I had gotten Townsend Bell when he was still driving to be on the show. So at that morning, I was Tom, Kristi, Townsend Bell. Pat McAfee was sitting here, then Bob, and Chick McGee. Okay. And so we're talking back and forth. And at one point, Tom looks at Townsend Bell, and he goes, "So Townsend, who do you think is going to win the Indianapolis 500 this year?" And Townsend Bell looks right at Pat McAfee. He goes, "Pat, you're a professional athlete. Do you ever get used to the media asking you stupid questions?" Bob and Chick hit their feet. They were applauding, standing ovation. Oh my gosh! One of the biggest laughs. It was just phenomenal.
Tony Stewart joins us. The head of the team is AJ Foyt. You used to work for AJ?
Actually, I had a
kind of a tryout.
A tryout with AJ. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
It was an experience.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Do you want to talk about it?
No. I don't know. I'm kind of in a vindictive mood this morning. I don't mind getting back at the old man.
You know, you're obviously a very fit guy, and a lot of the racers these days do a lot of weightlifting and really keeping in shape. Being fit is important to being a race car driver these days. He was giving you a real hard time, right?
Yeah, we actually there were two of us that went out and had a test with Foyt at Phoenix, and AJ had brought his Craftsman truck and his Winston Cup car to practice with those cars, and brought a gentleman named Frederick Ekblom from Sweden and myself, and Frederick and I couldn't really converse with each other very well. I couldn't understand what he was saying, and he couldn't understand what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, hanging around with AJ and his background and my background are very similar, and as soon as I got to the track, I mean, he's cracking up jokes and poking jabs at me all day. And so we got back to the hotel that first evening, and his nephew, who's the team manager, Tommy Lamance, I told Tommy, I can't take this much longer. I'm used to giving it right back when I get it. And he goes, that's the quickest way I can think of to go home from this test early.
So he's saying, you got to just take it from AJ. You can't give it back.
Yeah, that's exactly what he was trying to say. So I'm thinking, well, surely I can do this another 4 days. It's not going to be that bad. So I wake up in the morning and talking about fit drivers, which AJ hasn't seen his shoes for a couple years now. Okay. The biggest thing on his agenda for the day is making sure he's the first one down to the breakfast buffet at the hotel. So I show up in the morning.
Boy, are you a dead man?
Oh, I know. I know. I'm going to take the long way back to the garage this morning.
Oh, man.
But I go downstairs early in the morning, and right off the bat, I haven't even sat down and I just eat a bowl of cereal in the morning. My brain cannot digest everything that I try to put down my mouth that early in the morning. But I sit down and he's right at it again early in the morning, and all the way out to the racetrack, same thing. So I'm sitting here.
He's on top of you the whole time, giving you a tough time.
He's just killing me, and I'm sitting there thinking, boy, I really don't want to leave this test early, but I really don't want to take this all day either. So first thing he does, he gets dressed and he's getting ready to get in his Winston Cup car, and he hadn't been in that car the day before. He ran the truck, and the truck has a lot larger window to get in than the Winston Cup car.
In a Winston Cup car, the doors don't open.
No,
there is no door.
You have to climb through the window.
Okay.
So he's getting in feet first, and he's kind of wedging himself into the window, and I look at him, and everybody's kind of working around, and the IndyCar guys are working on the Indy cars, the stock car guys are working on the stock car, and so he's about halfway in there, and I said, hold on a minute. He looks up, he stops and looks around and says, what? I go, let me get some wheel bearing grease and I'll help you slide in this thing. And you could have heard a pin drop. Nobody said anything. And the great thing about it, I guess I got lucky there, was that he almost fell out of the car backwards laughing.
Good.
And from there on, it was open season. I mean, he was twice as bad the rest of the week, and I think more of it, he just wanted to hear what I was going to say back to him. But from then on, we've been really the best of friends.
Oh, good.
Well, shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Horse racing, you said you're from Kentucky. You love horse racing. Love
Horse
the
racing
ponies.
is my passion. The only sport that I really love is horse racing. I've owned a couple horses. We're purchasing one now. In fact, a 2-year-old colt.
Cool.
I don't know if you all know this. All Kentuckians know this, and most people around the country know thoroughbreds are named traditionally after a combination of the mother's and father's name, the sire and dam line. For example,
I didn't know
Kentucky
that.
Derby winner Ali Sheba, out of his father, the great stallion Ali Dar, and its mother, the broodmare Belle Sheba. We're looking at one now called, out of a sire named Whiny Bull by a mare named Girl on Girl. We named it Rosie O'Donnell.
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Now, Lowell, are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I see how it works.
Police should have found her by now. I'm kidding. They won't find her.
Ain't no way. You're that good, aren't you?
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
That's how I freshen it up.
Kristi Lee's at the news desk.
I gotta go.
Yeah, I know. I found if you physically leave, though.
I am in 15 minutes.
But people notice. So
They do?
Mentally, I leave all the time.
Oh,
People
okay.
have no idea. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What a fun morning we're all having together.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Coming up, a special edition of this show tomorrow, and a special edition Sunday morning. You can listen to that or watch it on our YouTube channel. So I'll just give you a little bit of info about that. 7 o'clock Sunday morning for a little pre-Indy 500 show.
You know, those two special shows doesn't mean that we can keep serving up the crap we have this morning. We should treat every show as though we're special.
The Celtics don't make the playoffs every year. Sometimes they rebuild. They look for a draft pick, right?
Yeah. The Heat didn't even get their interest until they were ahead 3-0. So
coming up, we're going to have Reno Collier in the studio. I just got this information. Reno is going to be in Woodstock, Illinois tonight for a show. And anyone know what's interesting about Woodstock, Illinois?
No. What is
Yes, I do.
I can't
Nothing.
It's a Chicagoland area. It's
It's
accessible.
a wonderful, I'm sure it's a wonderful place.
Southern Wisconsin, that's close enough. Come drive and go see Reno.
What's interesting?
He's at the
about
Woodstock Opera House in Woodstock, Illinois.
Rockford area?
According to Ron, that is where the movie Groundhog Day was filmed.
Oh.
I thought you'd know that, Josh.
No, I don't.
You thought it was...
But I'm glad to know it now.
A, I thought you'd know it, and B, I thought you would find it interesting, and I'm wrong on both counts. So sorry.
Speaking of movies, you can now stay at the house that inspired the movie The Conjuring. You can camp there. Located in Barrelville, Rhode Island, the house gained fame from the film that was based on the family.
We live in Barrelville.
Claimed to have experienced paranormal events in the home. Now, 8 campsites have been set up on the property, each with 3 to 4 person tent, allowing fans of the films and amateur paranormal investigators the chance to go gamping.
Gamping?
Like ghost camping.
Okay.
The campsites can be rented for $300 to $400 a night, and each has its own fright factor rating said to correlate with how scary they are.
$400 to sleep in a tent?
Yes.
Well, there could be 6 of you. That's a pretty good deal.
No, 3 to 4.
Well, there could be 3 to 4 of you. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
$100 a night. If you...
The ghost better roast my marshmallows for that kind of money.
Man, there's no one I want to meet less than an amateur ghost investigator.
Oh, they're fascinating people.
No.
Will. You're really missing out.
No, if I'm sharing a table at a wedding with that guy,
Yes.
I'm not even eating dinner.
Is it the truth that you're afraid of?
He's going to pull out some app on his phone and say that my watch is haunted or something.
Oh, sure. It could be an EMP meter. It could be...
is that what those are called?
Well, there are many, many tools.
EMP meter. What does that measure? Your gullibility?
Electromagnetic... something that starts with P, and then you
Probability, baby.
You haven't heard the ghost talk on those little machines? It's pretty amazing.
That is incredible.
EVPs or whatever they're.
Yeah,
sure. Electronic voice phenomena.
Yeah.
EVPs.
Compelling evidence.
No way to fake that.
There certainly isn't.
Well, I always thought, how... Never mind.
Red rum.
How did they make the
rum.
the machine if they don't know how ghosts speak? I mean, how do they know?
What do you mean?
How does the sound go in and the words come out? Somebody had to
Supernatural,
make
baby.
a machine.
Supernatural.
Yeah, that wouldn't require any chip at random pulled from a factory in Asia somewhere. They make this thing talk like a ghost. Check. Next.
Authorities in Minnesota say an arsonist was playing Billy Joel's song "We Didn't Start the Fire" while setting a building ablaze.
That's funny because he clearly is.
Yes,
starting the fire.
I don't condone arson. This is one of the funniest things.
But I love ironic arsonists.
If I finally become a British citizen and live my dream, do I say arsonist in England, or do I still say arsonist?
You see what he's doing over there?
Yeah, I see what he's doing.
They would say arse instead of ass. So would an arsonist be an assonist?
Whoa.
Thank you. This is just the stuff I'm sharing that's going on up here in my brain.
Good God.
So would he keep the petrol in the boot? Is that what you're going to
Petrol in the boot? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at this guy. He's an assonist. Look at this guy.
Yeah, like if you went over
Sounds
there.
like you're from Boston.
Well, you can write for Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
A wicked smart assonist.
If you're over there, do you have a crisp on your shoulder? Is that kind of the line of what we're looking for?
Sure.
According to a probable cause statement, the downstairs tenant of a Duluth duplex called police saying he was awakened in the middle of the night by his landlord, a Travis Carlson, breaking things inside the upstairs unit. Other witnesses said the landlord, who was wearing a helmet, was seen with gas cans before a flash like a fireball erupted from the upstairs apartment.
Hey, I think I may have been that guy.
Responding officers reported seeing the upstairs apartment in flames with "We Didn't Start the Fire" blaring from the unit.
Wow.
37-year-old suspect was arrested the following day and was found with fresh burn injuries to his legs and arms, and he was charged with arson.
Arson.
So, would you have gone with "We Didn't Start the Fire" or
It is a good choice.
burning down the house? Maybe
That's a good choice.
That's a good choice, too.
What's the Nielsen one?
Jump into the fire.
Jump into the fire.
Yeah.
No. That's a great song.
That is amazing.
Fire by a high
Fire.
Yeah. Ring of Fire.
Oh yeah,
Say it
Johnny
slow.
Cash.
That's a great song.
Yeah, I think what's the other one I'm trying to think of? I know.
I better tighten up my straw.
This one. How about this one right here?
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire.
Do you know what that is, Jess?
I don't.
That's the Crazy World of Arthur Brown. That was the name of the band.
Wow.
That was it for them, right? That was
Did he ever have a follow-up?
I don't think so.
Ashes.
That was it.
Ashes.
The crazy world of ashes.
When we come back, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we got Josh.
There is a Josh Arnold tribute to the Billy Joel song "We Didn't Start the Fire."
Oh, they're going back a ways.
Wow.
All right.
Oh, are you kidding me? Hang on.
Oh, bated breath over there. Yes, Joe.
That's close to being an arsonist. You want to set me up?
I like it. Don't say it like you're from Boston. Yes, it is. I got
Wicked
yes,
smart
yes.
arsonist.
We'll be back with most of us in the arsonist. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom.
In 1989, Emerson Fittipaldi won the 500. On the last lap, he and Little Al touched wheels on the north turn, and he sent Little Al right in the fence, crashed him. But Emerson Fittipaldi came around and won the 500, his first 500 in 1989. And that was also the year that the winner's share of the purse was over $1 million, first time. It was like $1,001,600 or something like that. So that was a big deal. I mean, the Indianapolis 500 has always had the biggest purse of any motorsports event. They were the first to go over $1 million, and they still to this day have the largest purse of any, bigger than Daytona, bigger than anybody's. So race morning after the 500 every year is the big pictures. The winner and the crew all come back to the speedway at 9 a.m. and they put the car on the straightaway and they take all the sponsor photos on all these pictures. Well, Ron McQueenie was the chief photographer at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 40 years. And Ron had the great idea, we need to take $1 million in cash and place it on Emerson's car. So they get hold of the office, we need $1 million in cash. All right. So they bring out $1 million in cash in these bags with real money. Yeah, because this is the day after the 500. And they had armed guards out there. And so they get the money out of the bags and they're stacking it all over Emerson's car. And they step back and they look and they go, you know, that's really not that impressive. Go back and get another $1 million. Now, where else in the world can you say on a Monday morning, Memorial Day morning, go back and get another? Well, they did. And they take another one. And Ron told me, he goes, at one point, I was reaching out to adjust a stack of cash, and this guard went, hey. Like he didn't like my idea of me touching the dough. So if you ever look at that picture from 1989, you can Google it, Emerson Fittipaldi, 1989, and there's money stacked all over the car. That's actually $2 million in cash stacked all over that car.
Hey guys, Santino Frucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. You know, it's such a great charity. More than 90 cents of every dollar does go to the charity. So it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, folks, boom, it's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 27 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time and saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script I wrote. Upgrade boats. I want them to buy one.
I've almost got them, Donnie. Okay. So the badass wave buster, beast on the water.
And tell Chick he looks thinner and he'll buy it.
You get a free tube if you're not a lard queen or like pork.
I ain't even gave my pager number, man.
Donnie, all right, I'm not going to do this anymore, Donnie.
Get back to work, Randy. You screwed it up anyway.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Greg Warren is our guest. What do you do on the road? We were talking to Mike about his activities on the road. Watch television a lot?
You do, don't you? I just got a DVD player. We rented The Fugitive the other day with Harrison Ford. Great movie.
Yeah.
There's a little deleted scene in there where he's running from Tommy Lee Jones and he runs into Subway and orders a sandwich.
All right, listen to me. I need a 6-inch turkey sub on wheat with bacon, no mustard or mayonnaise, all right? Huh? Lettuce, tomato, green pepper. I didn't kill my wife.
You Indian Jones.
Yeah.
No, you Indian Jones, man. I seen you in the
Right,
I seen Indian Jones 1, Indian Jones 2, Indian Jones 3. Then you didn't work for a long time.
Well, actually.
And then I did see you in a movie last year, Hollywood Homicide.
Right, yeah.
That wasn't that good. You should have done Indian Jones 4.
Well, we're actually trying
You got a
to
whip,
work
too.
on-
You like the whip man.
Well, I
Where you
don't
whip at?
personally
Where
have
you
the
whip?
whip. It's in the Smithsonian
Where you
Institute. right
You
now.
look old, too, now, man. When
All
you-
right, listen to me. I didn't come here to be talked to by some deranged fan, all right?
Okay, man. Indian Jones.
All right, fine.
Get your whip out, Jones.
Why do you have to get drunk to be an ass? Why do you have to get tight before you get loose? Why do you need a double before you get into trouble? Can't you get into trouble without an excuse? You want to get up and get out and get free and get crazy. But why do you have to start by getting stoned? 'Cause Pat, you don't have to get drunk to be an ass. You can be an ass on your own.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's.
The Bob and Tom Show sent you.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee taking a bit of vacation. She's on assignment. Jess Hooker at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and Tom Griswold's over there with a special guest.
We got a couple things going on here. Right over there is very handsome Josh Arnold.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Oh, you already covered that? I'm sorry.
Nice
The very
of you.
handsome Reno Collier is right there. And Reno is, by the way, going to be doing some special shows this weekend. Friday and Saturday, it's the Toledo Funny Bone, but tonight it's Illinois. Woodstock, Illinois, with Reno Collier. Love
You
that song.
expected so much more.
Illinois.
I thought you subliterate morons would enjoy a little bit of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and
Well,
Young.
no, the start of that's the best part. That whole song is great.
Oh.
And despite the fact I'm on record as saying Joni Mitchell has a voice that only dogs can hear, yeah, she wrote that, right?
Yeah. And
So, yeah, the beginning of that by
Stephen
those
Stills'
guys.
guitar on that is just so
It's
genius.
okay.
No, he's the most underrated guitar player. He's
Rated right where he should be.
Neil Young in the beginning of that song.
It's okay. Nailed it with him, didn't they?
Now, the point is you're going to be in Woodstock, but not that one. You're going to be in
Yes, sir.
Woodstock, Illinois.
Yeah, the beginning of that Woodstock song. That's what it should be.
That's Neil Young on that guitar in the beginning.
Yeah. Neil Young can play guitar too.
Not the beginning.
We don't.
Yeah, it is. That's
We don't
Neil
have to do
Young in
that.
the beginning.
We don't have to do that.
No, we don't need to. No, we're good.
We are
Give me a second. I'll find it.
Lots of great comedians here.
Yeah, Reno's here all the time.
No? Okay.
There we go.
Family. Yeah.
That's Neil.
That's Neil.
It's Neil Young.
That's Dallas Taylor.
How do you go from this to
Greg, who's Greg Gaines?
I don't know.
Greg Gillen?
He was walking along the road.
You know what road he was walking along? The one to Woodstock, Illinois, with Reno Collier tonight.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, all right. Very good.
Steve was a better singer, I think, than he was.
He's a great guitar player. Now, it's better than this song that you made me play the other day.
What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
Oh, this audio turd. God, that's unbelievable.
I can't believe I'd like an audio turd.
Oh, hats off to Larry.
That was Josh.
It's a good song. Tell Shannon.
That's synth
You know,
player.
that's a song about a guy who's in love with a girl, and the girl breaks up with him to go be with Larry.
Right.
And then Larry breaks up with her.
Yeah.
So he's saying, way to go, Larry.
Yeah, stick it to her, pal.
We hate this girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's no excuse for writing a crappy song like this.
Went away with another guy.
And Del Shannon does that slow beginning thing again. Yeah.
Hey, look, if the equation ain't broke.
Okay. Well, there it is. This is
Hi. Hey, Del. I'm Mr. Record Executive. We need another one like Runaway. Now.
I can do something similar. No.
Just like it. You're not hearing me, boy.
I never heard this audio turd.
It's a good one.
It's a time capsule. It's beautiful.
Horns?
That little, is that an organ fill?
More like
that
a farfisa or something.
Oh, that trill? It's wonderful.
it sounds like
Not everybody can do that.
It sounds like what's the one the game show guy wrote?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Palisades Park.
Palisades Park.
Yeah.
It's got that
Oh,
cheesy organ.
Wonderful organ. And it's got horns that you love.
Barry Sachs right there, right?
Didn't Freddie Cannon did Palisades Park?
If there's no other radio station on earth is playing Hats Off to Larry.
Yeah.
Even the most
Nope.
pathetic programming guy goes, I'm sorry, that's a turd.
I don't think so.
We can't play that. I
I
mean,
can get you to number one.
we can play sometimes.
Are you
when
willing
we
to play
do-
Hats Off to Larry?
Sometimes when we touch, that blows. We'll play that. We're not playing Hats Off to
That
Larry.
was Larry King's opening for 40 years.
Maybe like a Pants Off on Sherry. Maybe.
Is that, are you talking about the honesty is too much, that thing?
That's the worst song ever.
Oh, that Daniel
I'm with you. That is,
I will stop my car and
I
get out
hate
and
that song.
remove the radio.
That song is so flawed.
that is awful.
That is terrible. But that's Hats Off to Larry's worse.
No, it's not worse than sometimes when we touch.
Oh, that's so bad.
Sometimes when we touch the honesties too.
That one.
Oh, God. Oh,
That makes me cry.
someone get a gun.
That's real bad.
Shoot the speaker.
Hill.
Shoot the speaker out. Now, I don't know if we told you this, Reno, but we're working on a new show, morning show. This one, our show may be a little too salty.
There might be a place for you on the new show.
All right. Yeah, the new show, we're going to rename it. It's going to be the Light and Lame Show.
Yeah, love it.
Those are the hosts.
Light and lame.
Light.
Isn't it Edie Light and Jamie Lane or something like that?
And we're going to do cool features like instead of mandatory Metallica, it's mandatory Manilow.
Oh, sweet.
Nice. Yeah. And then Get the Bread Out.
In the afternoon.
Instead of Get the Lead Out.
Yeah.
And you drive home.
Breakfast with Baccarat.
I like the Saturday breakfast with the bagels.
We know you do.
Make any sense?
It's a reference and it's offensive.
Oh,
That's where he's going with
And
that.
now here's only artists that were managed by Jewish people.
Okay, cool. That's what he was going for. Then.
It's
I figured that,
everyone.
but you
From
never
Shaker
know.
Heights, Ohio.
never
It's
know.
breakfast with the Bialys.
So Reno, you're in Woodstock this weekend.
I'm in Woodstock and then Toledo Friday and Saturday.
School closings with Christopher Crosswalk.
Don't laugh at that, Reno. Don't laugh at that.
I like that one. I love. I'm a secret Christopher Cross fan.
Oh, yeah.
Love him.
Well,
Ride Like the Wind's a great song.
That's right.
It really is.
The theme from Arthur.
Not so much on that one, but okay. I like that.
That was incredibly popular, though, wasn't it?
From Arthur.
The worst thing that ever happened to him was television. Like, he was so huge.
Yeah, MTV.
Well, he was so huge.
And and then they saw him on TV, and it was like he doesn't like. I think women had something in their mind of what he would look like.
Yeah.
You know how you do that, and you go, and then you see him, and you go, "Oh, dude."
I think John Popper called him, was like, "Hey, how did you handle this?"
Yeah, what'd you do?
Well, we did a video with another band.
Now, rock stations, of course, a lot of them have Rocktober. So we were trying to come up with something for this soft rock thing. Softember. The whole month we celebrate really slow, sad songs. Sometimes when we touch. Oh, God, I hate that.
So you're saying there's a spot for me on the show?
Uh-huh.
All right.
What would you be? Who would you be?
I'd probably be Johnny Lame, or what was his name?
Jamie Lame.
Jamie Lame.
Edie Light and Jamie Lame.
Yeah.
Edie Light's kind of cool sounding.
Oh, yeah.
And then we
This
have
is a real thing.
Instead of the rock stations, all have Fred Zeppelin with Traffic.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, always backfires when there's a bad accident. Oh, you got Fred Zeppelin on the scene of the school bus crash. Apparently, it's on fire, Fred.
Whoops.
It sounds somewhat unusual.
Reno, what if you were Reno Collier and you only played songs by Brian Eno? Would that work for you on the
I don't
land?
know. Who's Brian Eno?
He's like a ambient music.
Roxy Music. He produced U2. A lot of...
Not a fan.
What's he got?
When I start the class action suit suing Brian Ferry, I'm going to start with Brian Eno, actually.
Okay. Well, in any event,
It's
Reno,
amazing. It's great. Huh?
Tonight in Woodstock, I did just want to clarify.
By the time we got to Woodstock.
Illinois. Okay, very good.
Okay, very good. Well done, Tom.
And then,
Thank you, Tom.
then Toledo at the famous Funny Bone.
Yes, sir.
Where
Friday and Saturday.
Okay.
Josh.
And every day at 4 o'clock on the Light and Lame radio station.
Our love is alive.
And what's the name of that segment?
Quattro a Quattro.
How about 3 for Thursday?
What would it be?
Will it be this song and 2 more?
Hey,
that would be
Reno.
That would be 12, Reno.
Stick to the comedy.
Hey, write that one down. We'll
That's a
consider.
great idea. Don't start the T-shirt.
Not just yet.
We did have weather with summer breeze. And,
Well, you remember, you never said who the traffic guy was.
Oh, Hair Supply.
Oh, I thought it was Captain Tennille.
Oh, it's Captain
Yes,
Tennille. Who's Hair Supply?
Hair Supply. Scratch that out.
The German guy. Hair Supply?
No.
That's going to have a scary ending.
Captain Tennille's better. Tom, I'm going to dedicate this to you.
Sometimes when
I can't believe this is a real song.
wasn't this a commercial?
It was on a commercial, yeah.
Was it?
Dude, I think I remember this from my 6th grade dance.
Yeah.
Was the commercial for some kind of anal lube?
It was used comedically, but not like that.
I want to hold you till it.
Sometimes when we I'm sorry. That was
Friction is doomed.
But it's called I'm Edie Lame.
So I stand, this is Neil, right? This is the...
That's Neil on that.
That's very nice.
How do you go from this to Harvest Moon? How is that possible? What is the pipeline that gets you there?
Genius is the pipeline that gets you there. While I'm at it, let's see. Oh, and when we come back, you're going to be making our beer can chicken next week. Now, Reno, I assume that you've done the beer can chicken.
I have. Delicious.
Yeah, we talked about it.
We talked about it.
Okay, well, we've got a letter about making beer can chicken, and
I'll
more.
read it entirely. Don't leave anything out. A letter about beer can chicken. I want to hear everything about it. That was sarcasm.
Well, I guess just...
No, it's
Chick
okay.
doesn't want to hear it.
It's okay.
That's okay.
I think we've talked it to death. We need to do it.
Well, speaking of grilling things up, I've got some things to tell you. Father's Day right around the corner. Get Dad what he really wants. Omaha Steaks. That's right. Perfectly aged, always tender, guaranteed delicious. The Father's Day experts at Omaha Steaks, well, they've made it easy to put a smile on the big guy's face this summer with hand-selected packages. Head over to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off your qualifying order. Packages can include fork tender bacon wrapped filet mignon, air chilled boneless chicken breasts, ultra juicy burgers, jumbo don't you dare call them hot dog franks, and many more favorites. Whether he's your father, father-in-law, a father figure, he's the guy who was always ready to step up when you needed him most. This Father's Day, show him the love with the only gift that's as unforgettable as he. The mouth-watering perfection of Omaha Steaks. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code BTS at checkout. Get $30 off an unforgettable gift that is guaranteed to make Dad's day. Because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak. And guess what? You can give it to him. Go enjoy, Dad. And then when you find out that he's cooking it up, you go over there. And go, what's that smell? Are you grilling? I sure am, son. I'm grilling up Omaha Steaks. Well, I don't have dinner plans. Well, actually, we do. Your mother's boss is coming over. There's not room for you. There's never room for me. Well, it gets anyway. That's omahasteaks.com. Code BTS at checkout.
Thank you very much.
Drama not included.
The perfect gift for dad. Look, your dad doesn't want a tie. You're going to get him a tie. Get him a long tie and a short ladder,
no reason to
a beam he can tie himself on.
No reason to bring offing yourself into.
Just saying, Dad wants steaks. omahasteaks.com. The code is BTS. Now, when we come back, Ms. Hooker is sitting at the news desk. We've got a very, very interesting, a couple of interesting hijackings, if you will, in the news. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Beatles played at the Indiana State Fair on September 3rd, 1964. They stayed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Motel because at that time that was the neatest, newest hotel, believe it or not. And John Lennon wasn't feeling well, and so Dr. Henry Bach, who was the chief medical guy at the Speedway, lived on 15th Street, but they call him, and so he went to the motel and gave John Lennon a shot with a hypodermic needle. And the next day, his daughter took it to school, at the Speedway schools, and was showing everybody the needle that had given John Lennon a shot. Ringo got hungry at 2 o'clock in the morning, and was asking a state trooper who was kind of, they had a detail of troopers that were keeping everybody away from the motel. And he goes, where can I get something to eat? And the trooper goes, get in the car. And this trooper at 2 in the morning drove Ringo Starr to Noblesville, had his wife get out of bed, cook Ringo Starr breakfast, and then drove him back to the track. There's pictures of them doing things around the golf course and messing around. But when they went to go to the track, they came out of the Speedway onto 16th Street, turned right, came down to Georgetown Road, and drove right past the American Legion where I work now. Well, word had gotten out they were doing that. Well, I grew up at 30th and Georgetown, and word had gotten out that the Beatles were going to be coming down Georgetown Road. So the streets were lined like it was a parade with people. This on the west side. And all of a sudden, here comes this motorcade and these limos. And I look, and there's Ringo Starr messing with, I saw Ringo Starr as they went past. And they went to the fairgrounds and did a show at the Coliseum in the afternoon where Jerry Baker introduced them. And to hear Bake talk about that, and then there's a pirated recording of that show, and you hear Bake introduce them. And they walk on stage and they have to plug in and set up and boom, hello, setting up. It's not like today where it's all pre-produced and all set up. And then that night, they did a show at the grandstand, and Bouncing Bill Baker from WIBC was the host. So, but they drove right down Georgetown Road, right by the track, because that was the neatest, newest motel in Indianapolis, and having the Beatles there.
I think we're done here.
Bob and Tom in the morning, and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. It's the most talked about show on television, The Bachelorette, where 25 eligible bachelors try to win the hand of one single woman. And now, Bob and Tom Television brings you a new twist on this hit show.
She's 30 and single. She's...
What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Meet Linda Jackson. Now, here come the fellas. Say hello to Todd Williams.
Hi, Linda. I'm really pleased to...
Yeah. Next.
And here's our next eligible guy. Say hello to...
Hold it. Are you really going to say each time, say hello to Dick Ding Dong or whatever? Jesus.
Okay. Here he is, Jerry Peterson.
Hello, Linda. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you.
Right. What do you do, Jerry?
Well, I own my own consulting business and...
consulting, eh? And when did you lose your Amway dealership, Jerry?
Huh? Sheesh. What a bitch.
She's the Bachelorette. She's single, pissed off, and is looking for money. Lots of money.
Hi, I'm Linda.
I'm Phil.
Yeah. Did you forget something?
No, I don't think so.
Any gift?
Gift? I didn't know that we were...
Bye-bye, loser.
Wow! Tune in to Bob and Tom TV and see why she's called the Bachelorette. She's on the prowl, and she's got...
Shut your hole and bring on the rich numbnuts.
On Bob and Tom TV.
Well, there you go. There's a show I'd watch.
Yeah. Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Perfectly timed.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
All right.
Kristi Lee on assignment. There's Jess Hooker at the news desk.
Yeah, I'm here.
Matt Godwin.
Hey, Jay.
There's Josh Arnold.
Jess, it doesn't feel like you're surrounded by adult men, does it?
Never. Nope. Never. Not here.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. Did
Jess.
I say Josh Arnold was here?
Hi.
Yeah, whatever. I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. Let's see, a lot of things happening here. I'll ask some of you to participate in many of them. Let's see. Jess Hooker is sitting in for Kristi Lee right now. We have a letter here I'd like to read, if you don't mind.
Please, share.
Jess, you are going to make the beer can chicken.
I am.
But no, I should explain this to you. There's a company that is making Reno Collier. Well,
The company making Reno Collier.
God, I hope
Are you aware of this, Reno?
I am.
I
started it. You better sue. I'd get those rights, dude.
There we go. There's Al. Okay, I was looking for Al Jackson, and he just popped up right over there. Al, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. I was just, as there were several, I'm assuming noise machine farts. I just focused on Jess, and she just was shuffling her papers, just like, I made it, and this is what it is.
So mad.
Since I was 8 years old, this is what I wanted to do, Al.
Absolutely. And you made it, and you know what? You're surrounded by real life Anchorman.
Yeah, that's true.
This is and see, me and Chick, we already texting coordinated. We got our matching tracksuits. We got a big Adidas breakdancing competition. Chick's going first to set the tone. This is random. Yesterday on the show we interviewed the queen of New Orleans bounce, which is basically twerk music. She's opening up her hotel and everything down in New Orleans, and she has this huge company. And in real life, they have a policy that if they're having an argument in the in the the conference room, they will have a 1 minute dance off just to like if there's tension, people are about to start arguing, they just start. And I was just thinking, when would that not work? When you are just really about to like, we goof around and like we're silly comics. But if you just were at a job and you were like, you're going to destroy what we've been working for 6 months. You're going to destroy this company. And somebody goes, hey, for a minute, we're turning some beats on.
I'll tell you
Josh and Al are going to serve each other.
Al, where I would love for that to happen would be presidential debates. It would be awesome.
What if it's like our president, our council would be the Jabberwockies? I'd be down with that. Go to every Senate confirmation hearing.
I think it'd be good like at a sentencing event. Well, looks like the death penalty. Oh, wait a minute. Dance off.
Between he copped to breakdancing. He copped to breakdancing and 6 months of waltzing, and we're good to go.
It's like you can be a murderer, but you better be able to spit on your head, okay? Then you can walk the streets. If you can do the worm, kill all the people you want.
There we go.
Unless the father of the victim is a better dancer. He's just up there really dancing well, but crying hard.
Well, he pops and locks.
Oh, my God.
Just so... Every day's pain, and he's just dancing real good.
Is here.
Our guest is Al Jackson. He is from the Daily Blast Live. Now with the 5-person format.
Yes, I like it.
I was watching yesterday. Does that mean you get less time off?
Yes, even though I will, look, man, I work so close to my job, it should be illegal. This is for the first time ever, and it took me 45 years on this planet time to realize, live close to where you work.
Yep.
Like I could walk to work. I know it's not, but I'm close to work, and I work, I like running my mouth, so it's not that bad. So I prefer the 5-person format, even though I'm not going to be there today because I'm going to my nephew's wedding. And I was thinking before I logged on that I know I'm going to cry for sure.
Yeah.
And it's so weird with men when we cry that, first of all, we have to like prepare people. And it's weird that like people have to comfort us, just let it out, buddy. Like you're going, like you're using the restroom. It's very like no one ever says that to a woman, but men's like, hey, bro, that had to come out. That's natural. It's all love. It's fine.
Where's the wedding taking place?
The wedding is taking place outside of Columbus, Ohio, in a place called Logan, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. WLGN in Logan, Ohio. Almost had a job.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Almost, yeah.
Now, don't you do an impression of Logan?
Logan.
Professor, what is it now?
I made a boom boom in the back seat.
I just changed you.
Will you carry me to the toilet?
Yes.
There you go, Al.
I'm just like, once you've made the boom boom, why do you need to go to the toilet? Is that just to wrap up?
I'm covered in boom boom.
Asked and answered.
No, I grew up in London, Ohio, which is southwest of Columbus, Ohio, and Logan, Ohio was constantly confused with London, Ohio, I think, is how I...
Did you guys play each other in football?
No, they were a little bit too far north for us, but yeah, I'm very aware of it. Yeah.
Okay, now,
and I don't know what happened to me.
Went there.
I have no idea what happened, but...
It kind of sounded like that, didn't it, Al?
It did.
Oh, that's a little too far north for me.
Yeah. Dad, I'm dating this guy from Logan. Look, they're too far north for us.
When I was in high school, is this right? Or maybe just before, right around the time I was in high school, there was a high school in Columbus, the suburbs called Columbus Eastmore. And Archie Griffin, Duncan Griffin, and Ray Griffin all went to that high school. And,
oh, my goodness.
And thank God they weren't in our league. So, yeah. So
That's like that period the Miami Hurricanes had where they just had Frank Gore and all those guys. They were all in the same, Jeremy Shockey, they were all on the same team. That's insane. That's crazy.
Yeah, they won the state, I think.
Wow. Now, we have to explain, though, that we also have in the studio Reno Collier. And
Reno,
what's up, buddy?
Hey. What up, man?
You look great, man.
Oh, thank you. Dude, I'm dead serious. I kind of followed in Chick's footsteps. I've been in this tracksuit lifestyle for about 2 years now. Never been happier, man. I feel like it shows in my face. I'm exposing.
Oh, I don't own a tracksuit. Never will. Sorry.
Tom, come on.
No.
He doesn't wear sweatpants either. I don't know how
I hate sweatpants,
you
Al.
exist. I don't know, man.
They shout failure to me.
Do you own a real suit? Like a full matching suit?
They shout failure, Al.
Yeah, I do have a suit. I wear it like, like every 4 years for something.
I hope it's like a zoot suit, and he hasn't been keeping up on what style it is. He hasn't worn it in so long.
He just got one where there's just constantly cocaine in the lapel. Like, I didn't even buy this. It comes with the suit, sir.
Reno, by the way, tonight, Reno is in Woodstock, Illinois, Al. Do you know why Woodstock, Illinois is famous, Al?
Home of the Baconator.
That's right, Dave.
That's my answer.
Dave Thomas was driving through, and he goes, you know what? We need to add bacon.
That's where they filmed.
Dublin, Ohio, Wendy's.
They filmed Groundhog Day there.
Right.
They filmed the Groundhog. I thought they filmed that in like upstate New York. That's what it kind of looked like. But okay.
Yeah, they couldn't.
Shout out
I guess they
Woodstock.
couldn't get Puxatawny to give them the permit or something, so they filmed it elsewhere. And then
why?
Reno was in Toledo with the Funny Bone this weekend. But right now it's time for you to Reno. I should explain.
If you haven't been uncomfortable up to that now, here we go.
Al is a man of certain sophistication. Although Al and I grew up about a mile apart. It might as well have been
a world away.
Yes.
In different decades.
We just touched fingertips through a pane of glass. We were like one day.
Al likes to help me get hipper. By helping me with my street.
I think you mean
lingo.
more hip, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more hip?
Yeah.
We're implying that I'm hip.
Willie, we're gonna leave that there.
In the same way that you tell Chick it's fewer, not less, I think that's incorrect to say hipper.
Hipper? Okay, I'm hipper.
I think hipper's okay.
What?
Is hipper? Hippest? Yeah.
Wow, okay.
What do you got for me, Al?
Take you
Tom,
and your chubby little body and get out of here. Okay?
Hey, there's no body shaming on this show.
I'm sorry.
Unless it's as funny as that, then it's fine.
Chubby little body.
Those are the insults that hurt the worst when somebody says something that you know is just a fact about you. Not like it's just like when somebody just says, get out of here.
I tried to give him a cookie, and he goes, I'm too fat to eat a cookie.
You son of a bitch.
I said, eat a cookie.
This fight should be happening between two aunts in the kitchen in the 1980s.
I know.
I can't have that.
If I can eat a cookie,
Tom,
you can eat a cookie.
Are you ready to show up for our guests? Show him. Let's just show him just some of the things we learned. Like, Tom, I want you to look at Reno. He's a beautiful man. And just tell him, we went over this last week. Tell him what OPP is.
Oh, I know.
What does that acronym stand for, Tom?
Reno.
I'm down with OPP.
I know Reno knows. Reno's been in these streets. When you have a name like Reno, you know what's up. There's a couple casinos you can't go into.
I'm in these streets.
Yeah, he's in these streets. He doesn't do 23andMe because he knows, this.
That's right.
So I expect Reno to know. So, Tom, tell Reno what we talked about a couple weeks ago. What's
I can't
OPP?
remember. We talked about it. Isn't it someone else's girlfriend?
Essentially, but can you put it in?
On the Hallmark Channel.
OPP.
Other people's poontang?
Yeah.
Okay,
There we go. Tom, do you see why I say I love when you show off for guests? All right, now that we have established ourselves that you are in these streets, Tom. Tom, what does the phrase "thowed" mean?
Say it again.
Thowed. THOW''D?
Yeah.
TH.
Thowed.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with Henry David Thoreau, by the way.
Yes. I do like the time of...
Is this a description of a female?
No.
I think what you're thinking of is thought. THOT.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Okay. And what does that mean?
That hoe over there.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to clean it up. Jess comes in with the Little Kim version.
Well, that is what it means. Yeah.
Just been hanging out with Lil Wayne.
Hey, I love it. That's my girl.
Very thoughtful. Thowed. Wow. Now, if there were an R in there, throwed would be those rolls they have at that place in Illinois, right?
Lambert's. Home of the throwed rolls.
Home of the throwed rolls. Thowed.
Springfield, Missouri.
Is it an adjective?
Yes.
Okay. So
I like that you're going about this like a child at the spelling bee.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Can I have a
origin?
Yes.
he thowed. No, that wouldn't be it. Jess, do you have any idea?
No, I don't. Actually, not on this one. I don't know.
I honestly, I thought it was throw, like a way to say throwed, or through, rather, through.
No, you just say, you could, like, this isn't given away. You could say, man, I was throwed. I was throwed. I was throwed. Or, yeah, you can't say throwed. I was throwed.
Yeah.
I was. I'll admit it.
Does this involve overindulgence in some narcotic?
Well, yes, I will give you that, but not a narcotic usually. But yeah, that could be mixed in there.
Booze?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I did 5 shots. I was so throwed, I hit on thought.
How about that?
But thought isn't just, it's not a person. There's not one original thought like the Mandalorian.
No one on this show's ever had an original thought.
Yeah, but he kind of used it.
These jokes are all old.
He kind of used it correctly. Because if he had not used the acronym, he would have said, and then I hit on that hoe over there.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, you're
he
right.
was using it, yeah.
That's one of those rare situations where on Jeopardy when they go to the judges and then they allow it. That's what just happened.
So,
all right, Tom.
So, can you use "thowed" for me in a more precise way, please?
Yeah, it's just casual. You know, you're just like, oh yeah, Willie's coming over. I think Josh. You know, and we were hanging out hours. We were getting throwed, and then I got a phone call. I got to go back to work, and I'm like, I can't. I'm not in a position to do that right. You know, so it's just like, yeah, we were hanging out. We were getting drunk, and you know, it's just like the carousing as people tend to do.
I'll tell you, it's a weird weekend. I'm getting throwed with my next door neighbor. He's a brain surgeon. His beeper goes off. Uh-oh.
There were so many jokes that I just left right there. That's awesome.
I wonder what "throwed" mean, like where it comes from.
Yeah, I heard it. I know it was being thrown around. I heard it in Chicago. Maybe the guys were using it maybe 8-10 years ago in Chicago, and I remember being there that summer and being like, oh, I like that word. And then I heard a song called "Getting Throwed," and I still listen to it.
Is it like thoroughly drunk?
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. Yes. Oh,
yeah. Right.
Maybe that's what do you call that when you make 2 words into one? Is that a term?
Was it portmanteau or something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Infotainment is that.
And I call it, in my case, overthinking everything.
This would be probably just slang contraction, honestly. So
yes, well, this has turned into infotainment.
Sorry.
No.
Laughing and learning with Josh.
Thank you, Josh. Anti-tainment.
Yeah. I specialize in anti-tainment.
Al Jackson is our guest. Al, give me one more for the street, my friend.
Oh, Tom, I love it.
My man, 50 grand.
No. Stop it. Stop. My God, stop.
You're impressing him. All right, we're going to get this out really quickly. Tom, what does, if I said that something was flooded, what does that mean? Flooded, and not your pants.
Too many people. I went to this event. It was flooded, man. Too many people.
You know what? That's not the right answer, but he sounded so casual. Yeah. I would actually almost accept it. Anybody else?
No, I thought it was perfect sounding.
Yeah. But it sounded great. It sounded like that should be the actual term.
I never talked that way, though.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point of this segment.
Yeah. You've been doing this for years, Tom.
It's like sometimes
whenever
are your headphones on all the time? I don't understand.
It's like sitting in a Spanish class halfway through the year and go, I don't speak this language.
You're wasting our time.
I don't know why you're wasting your time.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I can't speak Spanish.
I've been coming here for months, throwed every day. The only reason I come is because Thought's over there.
Thought's the teacher.
You got to be careful. You're going to say a word wrong, and someone's going to page Jesse Jackson. You got to take it.
Al, here comes.
Yes, you got it. Yeah, we're accepting that as the official new definition, but usually it's just like you refer to like your watch or your chain is flooded with diamonds. So so Tom came in flooded, like he's looking good. Like the watch was shining, everything's just flooded. Tom must have renewed that contract.
Yeah, my watch must have been flooded because it barely works. It's an Apple Watch with a big crack in it. Al Jackson will be featured tomorrow night at a wedding of his nephew. He'll be the one sobbing, diving for the garter.
Oh yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, but
the garter's weird. Everybody hates it. I don't like that, or I don't like the cake smear on the face. I don't like that. What is that? Anyway, let's fix that.
Okay. Al, it's always a great pleasure. You can see him on the Daily Blast Live, but not today, my friend. Thank you, Al.
Love you guys.
See you.
Good to see you, Al.
Bye, Al.
Take care, man. I'll wear a sweatsuit in your honor. Never.
Tracksuit.
What is that?
Tracksuit.
Even worse.
What I wear is a sweatsuit.
Any suit
Certainly not on the track.
Any suit you wear is a sweatsuit.
Hey.
Dad, you're less tracksuit and more lawsuit.
Let's see now. Where were we? Oh, I know. Quiz time. Sleep Number bed. Mr. McGee, your sleep number setting is
100. I like a firm mattress, Tom, and the Sleep Number stays firm.
Kristi Lee, I know she has a 45 setting on her Sleep Number bed. That means not so firm. It's called adjustable firmness. This was step one as they developed the Sleep Number bed. I think I've had my Sleep Number bed, I want to say 19 years. I love my Sleep Number bed, and you'll love yours too. We call it leveling up. Why? Because you're going to start getting better sleep. That's very important. Sleep Number doesn't just do the adjustable firmness thing on either side. And what I'm talking about is you've got this little gizmo. You press the button. You can make it less firm or more firm at will. Either side of the bed has its own setting. So everybody's happy. She's happy. He's happy. We're all happy. Have some fun and get some sleep. How about the temperature? Too hot, too cold? Sleep Number can cover that. They've got beds that go up and down. They go bzzzt, and their head comes up. That's the one I've got. I love that. Sleep at the next level. Unlock your potential with a smart bed. And get this right now, 50% off the famous Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. Special financing available for a limited time. So act right now. Find the Sleep Number store near you. That's the only place you'll see it. sleepnumber.com/BT show. This credit offer, by the way, is subject to credit approval and is available only for a limited time. Once again, 50% off the famous Sleep Number smart bed. So check it out today. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. sleepnumber.com/BT show. This is fascinating. I love these astronomical, is that the word, stories? Stories about astronomy. No one else in this room ever cares about them. This one's super cool. It involves Saturn rings and Reno Uranus.
All right.
No, I'm calling you. Oh, never mind. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say?
Obviously, Foyt's a legend. I mean, he was a rookie in 1957 or 58. 58, I think. He was a rookie. Four-time winner. Unbelievable fan. So I'm doing The King, and we're in Tony Bettenhausen Jr.'s garage doing Dick's Picks. And Bob, AJ, was in the garage with us. So we start doing a pair of kings because AJ was the king, and then the king, Elvis the king. So we're doing a pair of kings. And I go, AJ, I go, let's take our shirts off and have a belly button contest right here in the garage. I said, then we'll lay on the floor and see whose belly button can hold the most gravy. Oh, thank you very much. I said, I want to help you, AJ, on race day. I'm going to be on your pit crew. When you come in, I'm just going to put my belly and flop it on the rear wing. Front end will come in the air. They'll change them tires. Off we go. And so we're doing all this, and people are dying. Well, then I talked to a crew member later, and AJ had the Bob and Tom Show on in the garage. About halfway to that, he just looked up and he goes, shut that shit off. And he was always a little cool to me after that.
The lead singer of AC/DC. For those of you who never heard of him, he's like a pirate.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time tonight, right? Hey, matey, we're gonna roast up shore and give him a nice concert for a good hour and a half, and he can like it. Yeah. He goes. That's what it sounds like. He comes and he goes, Jimmy, me son, I'm somewhere in Europe, and someone said that there's a guy named Jimmy Brewer doing hokey pokey. Because I challenge you to come up on stage with me at the show I'm doing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sounds amazing. Right? Sounds amazing.
Right.
We're at a club and he's doing a benefit. And so some of the guys from AC/DC and Deep Purple and all this jazz. And Brian Johnson goes up on stage, and we rehearse for about an hour. He's like, okay, I'm going to go out, and I'm going to bring you out. And like, are they going to like this? Oh, they're going to love it. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. Uh-huh. I said, okay. All right. Well, when do I know to go? The guy will come, and he come and get you, and you'll be on the side of the stage. He come and get you. All right. So I'm on the side of the stage, and I get engulfed in the show. Uh-huh. Lights go down. The first song. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow, they're playing Shoot to Thrill. The floor's rocking. Next song. Back in black. Wow. Chicks are now climbing men's shoulders. I want a better view. Third song. It's silent for like an hour, for about 3 minutes, and then the bongs of the bell. Bong, bong, they're playing house bells. Place is ready to riot, and the guy comes and gets me, and he's like, all right, kid, get on the side of the stage. Hokey pokey right after hell's bells. All right. I said, no. He's like, yeah, no, they're going to love it. They're going to love it. So I'm literally watching them like, Satan coming to you. Hell's bells. Like, there's no way that puts your left foot in
a musical or a church show or a school show or something like that. And you had a great audition, you sang a song, maybe you told a joke or two, and then the director comes up to you and says,
great audition, kid, and your resume looks good, but do you know any pig Latin?
You'll never be caught in this position again if you enroll now in Haji's Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin. At the Haji Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin, you'll learn to act your way through some of the world's greatest theatrical masterpieces, and you'll do them entirely in Pig Latin. Things like Death of a Salesman.
Play at ye, ime ad day.
Oh,
nay. Umbe.
Oh, nay.
Umbe.
Old reruns of Hogan's Heroes.
Ink clay. Oh, yay, idiot, yay.
Oh, yay, Ice Ray. General J. Orcoulter Bay. And, of course, the classics of Shakespeare.
Ute eBay. Oye atne. Ute eBay. At they. Is ye aye eschenque. The way
There's still some financial scholarships available for women aged 18 to 25. Let me teach you to act in Pig Latin. For more information, write to Haji or phone 1-800-UKSHME. Do it now.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
Are you a single guy? I used to be married, but I'm divorced now. Yeah, my marriage wasn't working out. I was driving down the road one day, and my wife ripped the rear view mirror out of the windshield and beat me in the head with it.
What?
You'd have thought nobody had ever made love to her sister. She was just as bad. She used to brag, I can count the number of men I've been to bed with on one hand, and then she'd do it too. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
The announcer for the Super Friends, dead on too, by the way. I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he was the guy who was after Ted Knight. Ted Knight did the original ones.
Right.
Meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Jackie and Sarah and Monroe, get ready. Aquaman, I want you on the golf course in 5 minutes. Chop, chop.
Hey, Superman, you're going to free bowl of soup with that hat or what? Talk to the judge.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker.
The various Bob and Tom social media sites.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. That's perfect. Jess Hooker at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
I have an email here from what this person describes. They describe themselves as a phrase Tom came up with this morning. A Wal-Mart fatty.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
I love Walmart fatties, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and I have a hate mail for email for me, which is very exciting.
Oh,
And
no.
Here's Tom.
Oh, we got a lot of mail. You want to do a mail run here?
Let's do it. Who should start?
Reno's here. Go say hi to Reno.
Hey, Reno.
Hey, what's going on? Good morning.
Comedian Reno Collier is
There
here.
you go. Dear Chick, you're terrible.
If you made me do it, I've got to do the plug now.
Oh.
Reno Collier is here. Tonight only, he'll be... The way the show's going, you won't get there on time. He's going to be in Woodstock, Illinois tonight, and then this weekend, it's the Funny Bone in Toledo.
Yes, sir.
You got a letter for Reno?
No, it's for me.
Oh, okay.
This is from Scott. Boy, are you stupid, Chick. Well, there you go.
Agreed.
And terrible with Ohio geography. Logan, Ohio is 77 miles southeast of London. You're right, now that I see it, yeah. Not north, you idiot. Ever heard of Hocking Hills? Boy, are you stupid. That's from Scott.
Well, I'm stupid, too. I got it wrong this morning. I was thinking about Steven Still sings Woodstock, and Neil plays that great guitar lick. Thank you for correcting me, Pat. Now we have...
me. Josh Arnold here.
Oh, Walmart, yeah.
We had a story earlier about Romania breaking the world record for the largest T-shirt.
World's largest T-shirt, and I pointed out it was the size of a
Tom opined.
Football field. I said, ironically, that's only the second largest shirt they sell at Walmart.
And somewhere along the line, you said Walmart fatties, referring to a certain sect of clientele.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it did. Am I wrong?
No, he was trying to start class warfare.
Well, Andrew is a longtime daily listener. He says, as one of those Walmart fatties, I can honestly correct you, Tom, because they don't carry larger than 3X. And then he says something that is brilliant, a salient point being made here. They make us fatter, but they don't give us the clothing to fit us. Isn't that true?
It's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure Marx wrote that, actually. I think that's in
Carl or Groucho?
Karl Marx. Yeah, Groucho Marx wrote it after an episode of Who Wants, whatever that show he did is, Bet Your Life.
They make us fatter, but they don't give us the clothing to fit us. My gosh, that is poignant.
I've got another letter from a real man. Reno, I think you can relate to this.
Yes, sir.
Reno, my pop goes for walks in the morning on his street in the dark. He does wear a little light-up hat.
He's a menace. He's out in the public.
We think it's dangerous. Our friend John writes in, and he goes, I'm a pipeliner from Local 324. Tom needs a safety vest like we wear on the job daily. It has a translucent pocket. Perfect for Willie's idea. I say you put the flashlight pocket right in this pocket there, the cell phone in the pocket, and it'll light your way.
Look at that. Yeah, I should get one of those vests. I almost killed my neighbor the other morning.
I have an extra vest. I'll get you one. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You just said you almost killed your neighbor like your sprinklers didn't work.
Yeah,
no, I was pulling out, and he didn't have any bright stuff on or anything, and he was walking.
Of course, it was his fault.
He was walking his door. He brought it on himself. Yeah. Did you see what he was wearing?
You know, the part about you want people to think you're putting this on to be funny, but you're not. Nothing is.
So you
you're
can
worse
see me
than
because
Ace.
my dogs are bright white, and this guy's got a sort of a gray dog.
Of course they are.
Yeah, but you were in your car. Is that what you were saying?
No, I almost hit him in my car. He was walking.
Right.
So your neighbor needs a vest too, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'll get him one.
I'll get him one.
Was this
Nice
early?
guy.
Was this also early in the morning?
Yeah, I'd already walked my dogs. It was like 3:30. I was on my way in here.
I was really hoping it was like 10 a.m.
Afternoon. Remember, this is the guy who thinks red lights are optional.
There are 5 lights between where I live and where and I went through all of them on red this morning. There's nobody else out there. Of all day. One of them's the longest light in the city. I don't know what
There's nobody else out there except a guy with a gray dog.
Oh, he's right by my driveway. I came whipping on my driveway. Whoa!
Came whipping out. That's the key. He came whipping out his driveway.
I got things to do.
Yeah, he's busy, Josh. That's why he's whipping around.
Do you back out or do you just pull out of your drive? Well, we know you don't pull out.
14 kids.
How does that work exactly? No, I drive out forward.
Yeah, okay. So you could have, you weren't backing out. You could have seen him.
Oh, I saw him, but not till the very last second.
Not till he's under the car.
Can you listen to me for 10 seconds? Can you see in the abstract how that might have been your fault?
He was walking on the driving side of the road.
So the answer is So the answer is no. So if you hit this guy and killed him, it wouldn't have been your fault.
They're going to get sidewalks in this neighborhood because of Tom.
Yeah.
100%.
No,
You watch.
he would have come in and go, oh, my neighbor dented my car.
His dog screwed up my tire. Sure, he's dead, at least I didn't hit the dog.
I just like that you're such a menace. You might make a sidewalk. You're creating better infrastructure for the city.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm trying my best.
I tried my best.
We have. I gotta find this letter.
Hey, I tried my best.
Serious.
Okay, did I lose my letter about the?
Yeah, you were just holding it. What was it?
No, that's a different one. It's about. It's about the. Can you tell me the background on this beer can chicken thing again?
Yeah, I don't think I have the story in front of me, but the beer can chicken beer is actually what it's called, and it's Purdue Chicken has teamed up with another brewery. I believe I can't remember the name of it, but they've made a beer that is good for sipping and good for grilling. So we can drink it, and while we roast our chicken, you put the can up into the chicken's opening.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, right?
And it all goes on the grill.
Yeah, and it's like the chicken standing up on the grill, and there's Reno walked me through this. He's done it lots of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it on the phone yesterday.
Got this. This comes to us from Max in Wisconsin. Heard you guys talking about beer can chicken. My cousin and I made one a few years ago. I let my cousin prepare it. He had never done it before. We put it on the grill. Meantime, drinking some of the delicious beers while the bird was cooking. While checking the chicken, after cooking for a while, my cousin poked down into the bird with a knife to see if it was done. Apparently, I had forgotten to tell him you have to open the can of beer. Oh. That's when the chicken exploded. Oh. The dogs loved it. Okay, there you go. Hope they didn't eat the bones.
And I don't know if this is hearsay, rumor, or this is a fact, but someone tweeted me this. You know, every metal can has a plastic liner to isolate food from the metal. So go ahead and make your plastic roast chicken. I hope it tastes great.
See, that was my concern, was that the heating up the aluminum. Isn't it full of various
They
toxic...
say aluminum or steel. It's
Well, you guys use aluminum foil, so
yeah.
why can't
I don't think it's a problem. I don't know. I'm not sure why that plastic liner's there, but
they're in all cans. Yeah.
Really? So that you're heating up plastic. That has to be poisoning the bird.
Well, I can just marinate it.
I guarantee we're eating way worse
Yeah,
things.
I was going to say, if this is what you're worried about.
Yeah, beer can chicken.
Isn't deodorant slowly killing all of us? We're worried about this one beer.
You guys deodorant, Diet Coke, all the sweeteners out
We're
there.
all right.
Yeah.
And your father driving around in a neighborhood? That's death on wheels.
Dragging neighbors. I'll lose a week of living to have some beer cans.
Tom, if you prefer, I have the actual apparatus. It looks like a cake pan, which I put my liquid in, and has a tube that goes on top of it. And
right, so that's a safe.
It's made of asbestos.
Wait a minute. You have an apparatus that you put on your grill. You fill it up with beer.
I hide mine in the oven.
And you set your chicken vertically onto the, and you use that. And this is the first time we're hearing about this. And we've been talking about beer can chicken for a month.
No, actually, I mentioned it last time when it first came.
You're just trying to come up with
You
words.
probably weren't listening.
And I just,
as
I'm
you
sorry.
are wont to do.
Oh, yeah, you know me and how I don't listen. And thank you for pointing it out. I appreciate it.
Next week, I'm going to bring in my Mercury meatballs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's really cool because if you drop the
roll them
meatballs, these little things roll away. You got to be a certain age to get that.
Did you guys ever want to talk to Reno this morning?
He's here.
Kind of a long drive. Just saying, came
Are
in
you having
last
fun
night.
watching?
God, it's a great show.
You can listen from bed.
It's almost like being at home.
Coming up, Reno Collier on his way to Woodstock, Illinois.
Whoop-de-doo. Yeah.
Okay. DJ Dangler at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club coming up on Saturday. I'll tell you about some other shows coming up in a few minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
And everything that makes it so great is all the traditions and all the things that go on. 1963, Tony Holman's out at Indianapolis Raceway Park, another track on the west side of Indianapolis. He sees this Scottish band, a bagpipe band with drums, walking around the grounds. He said, people are loving this. And he's thinking, I got all these guys from Europe and Great Britain and Scotland. How do I make them feel at home? So he invited this doctor who was heading up this bagpipes band. Why don't you come to the track? And so in 1963, 60 years ago, the Gordon Pipers performed at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the very first time, and they have every year since. And 4 Gordon Pipers always welcome the winner back into victory lane. And it's a tradition because that's congratulating the winners on keeping all 4 wheels on it for 500 miles.
I watch a lot of news. By the way, my favorite news channel is CNN Headline News. Is it? Because there's no segue between stories. They go from polar opposite A to B with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And that's what the future looks like with a nuclear North Korea. Coming up next, a boy in Pittsburgh collects nickels. It's like the news for people with ADD. We're all gonna die. Hey, a horsey. Squirrel. But these are some news stories that I noticed over the past several weeks. Could I share some?
Sure.
A woman in England pled guilty to disturbing the peace with her noisy lovemaking.
Yeah.
Well, she said guilty, but you could totally tell she was faking it.
Sure.
A company in Ireland created the world's first ever green technology vibrator that's powered by winding it up. Which means basically it's a Jack in the Box.
Technically, it is.
Sesame Street turned 40 years old last year, which you could tell because Big Bird got an earring and a Corvette.
Hey guys, Santino Ferrucci here, driving at the number 14 AJ Foyt Racing Homes for Troops Chevrolet. We're here at the Indianapolis 500. We just want to give a shout out to Homes for Troops. They build custom housing for veterans that have fought, that have disabilities, and they pay for the whole house. They really take care of our troops when they come back from fighting overseas. It's such a great charity. More than 90 cents of every dollar does go to the charity, so it is a fantastic organization, one of the best you can donate to.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katerina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing?
Yeah.
To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a slap in the face to male fans everywhere and goes against the very spirit of the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Hello, Michelle Kwan, are you listening?
It has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 20.
Joining us in the studio, comedian Ed Yeager.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you again.
I'm glad football season's almost here. I love football.
I do too.
I was I was in a hotel room, and I was watching a football game, and I opened the drawer, I pull out the Bible, I turned to John 3:16. Mm-hmm. And it actually says, "Sitteth thee in the end zone with a large sign."
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening.
Do it. It was going to run over. I can feel it. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Jess Hooker at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin.
Big chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Chickster.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What a beautiful summer's morn we're all having together.
Isn't something? I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold with our special guest.
He is comedian Reno Collier, a veteran of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, a man who will be on stage this evening in Woodstock, Illinois. Then he'll spend the weekend in Toledo, Ohio at the Funny Bone. Now, I have a couple things I wanted to get to. We had an interesting story about a guy that was singing a classic Billy Joel song called "We Didn't Start the Fire." And he was singing that while apparently and allegedly starting a fire. He's been accused of arson. It's pretty serious
He's
business.
not going to sing Uptown Girl, is he?
Boy, thank God. I don't think anybody should ever sing that again. Anybody. The doo-wop Billy Joel can suck it.
Cornball. Not a fan of The Longest Time.
Fake Frankie Valli era.
Oh, the longest.
I think he was having a good time there with his pals.
Tribute to the Four Seasons.
Oh, so I know you enjoyed it.
I hated it.
Ronnie. Well, yeah, Ronnie's no good.
Okay. Now, authorities in Minnesota say,
"Oh, what a night!" Oh, sorry.
The guy was singing "We Didn't Start the Fire" while setting the duplex on fire. Allegedly, of course. He's been charged with arson. But two things. One, I was saying perhaps he should have done a different song. Maybe the obvious one is "Burning Down the House."
Sure.
What was the one? Nielsen?
Jump into the fire.
Harry Nielsen. And then, of course, Bruce Springsteen, "Fire." Were you working on that with the boss?
There was a first draft of that, before. He was way too literal in the beginning.
Oh, how did it go?
Oh, like this. Cleaning up leaves after school, burn them in the pile with diesel fuel. Oh, no. Flames getting high. Oh, I'm on fire!
And don't use diesel fuel in the yard. Now, are you? We have a little treat, I think. Perhaps I don't know if you guys remember this, but there was a news story about a Starbucks order. Anybody remember this?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I think it was called the Edward, right?
Was that the name of the drink?
Yeah, I think
it was named after the guy who ordered it, right?
And it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, the barista got fired.
And wasn't Josh the champion of the orderer?
That's right. Don't give people the choice to order ridiculous things.
And if you do, you better be the barista who can bring it and give them their drink.
Just don't complain. Make the man his drink.
Okay. Well, and this drink had like 80 ingredients, and I don't know how the guy got caught, but he did. So they fired him, And it's my understanding that, Josh, you have a tribute?
Oh, I remember exactly what the order was.
What was it?
Venti caramel ribbon crunch, extra ice, I want a bunch, 5 bananas, heavy cream, I love this drink of mine. Extra caramel crunch topping, lots of extra whipped cream, extra caramel drizzle, screw the other folks in line. 7 frappuccino chips, sweet and yummy on my lips, extra salted butter topping, don't care what you think. Extra cinnamon dolce, sprinkles sure would make my day. 1 pump honey blend, shut up and make my drink. 7 pumps dark caramel sauce, go ahead bitch, do your boss. 5 pumps of frappuccino, roast another junk. Double blended smooth and nice, don't forget the extra ice. If you make it incorrectly, there's no tip for you, punk. My order got you fired, but you cannot blame me because you tried to shame me. My order got you fired. My frappuccino cost you your job, Reno. My order got you fired.
Jobberino.
Wow.
Beautiful.
And you're right, you guys. I forgot about the man named Edward placed the order, and all that stuff you mentioned was in it. Unbelievable. The barista, whose name was Josie, tweeted a photograph of the the sticker, and wrote, "On today's episode of Why I Want to Quit My Job, Josie was fired."
Yeah, fine. Step out. Somebody else will gladly take that job, is what I say.
Wow, that's...
Even though that order does sound completely undrinkable.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about the guy starting the fire, singing the song, We Didn't Start the Fire. I wonder if he faded off where, where it's like you forget, like, we didn't start the fire. Oh, yeah. JFK and Coca-Cola, Barney and McDonald's. Wait, what is it?
Something about the Suez.
Yeah, Suez.
Apparently, the guy, when he was arrested, had been badly burned. So,
that's awful.
Not a,
well, not really. It's the arson. That's what he gets.
I mean, but a good arsonist. That's
That's true. A good one.
Isn't that rule 1?
Yeah.
All right, welcome to another edition of Wet Blanket. Tom's here. Extensive burns.
I don't know if I mentioned that story, but he got burned.
Had the man a wet blanket, he probably wouldn't have been burned.
Saying a good arsonist.
He'll need constant attention.
Fire safety lesson.
Wet blankets will put out flaming legs.
90% of his body's third-degree burns.
Sounds like the guy's an idiot and deserved it. Okay.
Yeah, he did deserve it.
All right. Jess, what do you got over there?
How about Gwyneth Paltrow in the news? We love her. Well, I do. Do you guys not like her?
I think she's a terrific actress, yes. And I think she's actually quite savvy.
Yeah, I like her. She once said that she'd rather die than let her kids eat cup of soup. But it looks like she has no hesitation about a Father's Day anal sex toy.
Is that right?
Oh.
Yes. The new gift guide for Father's Day, posted on her infamous wellness website, Goop, includes a $219 prostate vibrator for fathers. The sleek product, called Hugo, is made by the self-described luxury sex toy company.
Hugo both ways?
Hugo up your ass. Cup of ass.
Yeah.
So she expects people to give this to their dad?
I don't know what kind of relationship you would have to have with your father to give him a prostate vibrator.
One that makes you want to be an actress.
I had a very healthy relationship with my dad.
Yes.
A very healthy. And I gave him a gift like this once. I said, Dad, here's a new prostate massager. And he said, what, are your fingers broken?
Do it like a man. This is my day, damn it.
Oh, well. I hope he didn't go with the XL. I mean, yikes.
I'm not convinced Gwyneth knows everything that goes on her web. She's the owner, right?
Yeah.
She's not necessarily managing. If she's managing it, she may not know everything that
she knows this is going to get a ton of publicity.
Right. That's what she knows. And so she just says, hey, guys, do it your thing. And they put this stuff out there. But
also, there's a lot of pet fathers, dog mothers. And so maybe if you don't have a child, your spouse could give you this as a gift.
That's fine, but that's also awful. That doesn't count.
You mean fur babies?
Yes, that's one of my biggest pet peeves.
No.
I'm actually with you on this. Yeah.
What if you're just kind of freaky and you like to call your fella your daddy, so you give it to him for Daddy's Day? Is that okay?
That still doesn't count.
Have you guys ever been called daddy?
Oh, yeah.
By a significant other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Freaked me out.
Did you really?
Not.
Don't care for it.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I haven't.
I was going to say, yeah.
I was
I
gonna
mean, if
skip-
anybody should.
I was going to skip you
me
guys,
either.
actually.
Yeah. So,
Okay, so, wow, what a weird gift.
It is. And the Father's Day gift guide, they
Is
just
it,
put it right there.
is it so it's electric?
Yeah, Lilo is a very popular sex toy manufacturer. They have a lot of things, and I didn't know that they had things for guys, though, so that's good to
Sometimes
know.
they're too big, though.
They're too big.
Yeah, so you need a Lilo and Stitch. He shook his head. He's not. Hated everything about it.
And by the way, if you have never seen Lilo and Stitch, it's hilarious. It is
Mildly amusing.
It's wonderful. I don't know what.
There you
dog
go.
hater over there.
They're making a live action, so.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. You'll be excited.
Oh, that's no good.
Coming up,
Stitch is being played by Kevin Hart.
I wish that was.
You know
a
what?
joke.
There's a chance I'm not joking. I don't know.
Yep.
has he finished his Harry S. Truman one-man show? It's great.
Or at least he didn't say Lincoln.
He's still in makeup.
Coming up, we are going to get a country fried take from Mr. Reno Collier. I certainly look forward to that. Right now, the Bob and Tom Show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Overwhelming out there? Sure. I think it is. Everybody has some kind of PTSD, it seems like right now. You can help yourself with therapy. Nothing wrong with that. And there are a lot of great tools out there. And therapy is one of the ones that'll help you balance out your life. That's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp can connect you to a licensed therapist. And it's not just finding the therapist. It's a different kind of therapy because it's done exclusively online. So what you do is you fill out a brief questionnaire. You'll get matched with a licensed therapist who can help you deal with stuff. And by the way, you can change therapists at any time with no additional charge. Once again, it's called BetterHelp for more balance in your life. BetterHelp.com/BT show to knock 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, BetterHelp.com/BT show. And once again, it's done online, so you can do it with the camera on, the video going. You can do it just speaking. You can do it texting if that's what you want to do. Find out all the details at BetterHelp.com/BT show. That's BetterHelp.com/BT show. Coming up, Saturn's rings in the news, the Church of Gold Genitalia. It's all happening. And, of course, a country fried take with Reno. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
The night before the 500 in the 60s and 70s really made Sodom and Gomorrah look like a retirement community. I mean, Georgetown Road, the Coke Lot, oh my gosh. The snake pit, the stories of the old snake pit. I remember seeing packs of Indiana State Troopers in packs of 15 to 20 walking, trying to regain some sort of semblance of humanity in that first turn snake pit. I mean, throwing girls up on blankets and drinking and motorcycles and setting cars on fire and setting sofas on fire and it was just unbelievable. How more people didn't get killed in there every year, I have no idea. But that was a lot of people's introduction to the Indianapolis 500 was as you're a young kid going in there and you party, and who won what, there's a race, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, look at that. And then, next year, and then, wow, look, hey, who, what, Herdebees? Well, I better get out. So then all of a sudden you buy it. So that was your introduction. Now you're buying tickets, and then your girlfriend, now your wife, all of a sudden your kids, you're introducing them. It just grew. That's how a lot of people were introduced to it. Home again, Indiana, and Jim Neighbors sang that forever and was beloved and did such a fabulous job, and that was a last-minute deal. Like in 1972, 72 or 77 was the first year, and he was just there as a celebrity guest. And Tony Holman, it had to have been probably 72, and Tony Holman goes, "Oh my gosh, so and so was supposed to do this. Jim, will you do it?" And so there's photos of neighbors standing up on a ladder with a microphone in one hand and a 3x5 card in the other with the words, singing Back Home Again, Indy, because he didn't know till race morning. And it went over so well, obviously, that for years, you know, and what a gracious man. He was always a treat to talk with, and what a great tradition he was. It really just added to that place.
From what we understand, the art of the vajazzling begins with a waxing. Is that correct?
Yes.
How much preparation have we had so far? Has the
Well, she's gotten a Brazilian.
Oh, she's
But
done
we
that
didn't
already.
do that here.
Okay,
Prove
good.
it.
No, we didn't do that. Prove it. Marianne.
The epilation has already taken place.
Yes.
And when was that done?
Yesterday. You can go as low as you want to go.
Or as high
but
as you want to, right?
For today's purposes, we're going a little bit above the panty line.
And presumably there's some kind of glue used?
Yeah, we're using eyelash glue today.
Really? Okay. Do you mind? Should I go in there so I can see this?
I think you should.
Yeah, get right down. Eyeball
Good
that
luck.
thing,
Do you
Tom.
mind, Hillary? Would you mind if I
go in there?
No, of course not.
You don't mind if I come in? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we need
It's
you.
better than you pressing your face up against the window.
Licking the window.
Tom's heading in. The ladies from the Naked Monkey are about to.
He's going to pet the monkey.
What design are we doing today?
We're doing the Bob and Tom logo.
I'm attempting the.
Are you really?
Is that right?
This is really nice. Now let me try to describe this so you can see. Above the panty line, a number of sort of are these rhinestones?
Yes. Yeah.
Rhinestones are those already glued on?
Yes.
They are, yeah.
They're glued on in kind of an arc, and then she already has the word Bob above the panty line in little teeny rhinestones.
Oh, really? And
Very
Tom,
nice.
all right.
So she's pretty fast with this stuff.
Yeah, she's very good.
So have you noticed an upsurge in popularity in having
Since
this
Jennifer
done?
Love Hewitt?
Well, actually, just since you guys started talking about
really?
it.
Nice.
Okay.
The T in Tom is not cooperating.
Well, of course.
What a surprise.
That's right. Oh, my gosh.
Guys, do you think it's a good idea?
Well, I need to see the finished product. But
I think.
Card trick. Nothing. Just went home.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer, and that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
That's a
it's
heavy
heavy.
job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer. Never the corpse.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee at the news desk.
Nope. Try again.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
Looked right at you.
Wow, it's amazing. Are you an automatic pilot?
Jess Hooker's at the news desk.
Yeah, nice. I'm Jess. Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Really? Huh.
Took off the glasses. I
Had
finally.
no idea.
I finally took off the glasses and threw Chick.
There's Pat Godwin.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
What up?
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
As my son said, what up?
Nice.
Now, does that work if I say that?
Oh,
No.
it's very unnatural, but yeah.
That's what I thought.
It's like watching a dog water ski.
No, one of my favorite things Tom
Entertaining.
does is the when he greets people, it can be a group of, usually it's a group of guys around here because there's only like 3 women, but he'll walk up and he'll go, ladies. It's my favorite joke he does. I die every time.
Never not funny.
Always funny, yeah.
Ladies, we're joined by Reno Collier.
Good morning.
Reno, once again, on his way to Woodstock, Illinois for a show tonight. Then it's the weekend for some great comedy in Toledo at the famous Funny Bone. How about that? DJ Dangler, good friend of the show, Fort Wayne Comedy Club, Saturday night. Willie Joey Molinaro tonight at the famous Vogue. Mr. Oskay from our show Helium this weekend. So
Jeff Oskay?
Yeah.
At Helium?
That's correct.
Mr. J.O.
You know, you've been looking at me whenever you plug Jeff's...
It's the beard.
Oh, okay. I got you. It's like you're trying to make me happy, but really we're just trying to keep Jeff from burning this place down.
Where's it going to be?
Jeff, if you want to burn it down, I got a Willie Griswold not-for-weed lighter for you.
Yeah, we didn't start the fire.
Now, before we get to our country fried take, a couple of interesting things in the news. Did you see the story about the stolen tractor?
No.
This is weird because the stealing of a tractor is an odd crime, but they're very, very expensive.
Yeah.
But the alleged perp, if you will.
Was there a slow-speed chase?
Yeah, there was. Well, read the story.
Sheriff's officials in Florida report the story of a woman wearing a pink dress carried out a series of thefts in rural community.
Hot.
According to the Miami Herald, a neighbor was the first to report something suspicious after seeing a female in a pink dress driving a tractor in the area. The Polk County Sheriff's Office said the farm property manager detained the woman after the $120,000 John Deere tractor stalled.
Wow.
Responding deputies found that the woman was carrying a knife with a 5-inch blade.
I'll stick you.
Along with other people's credit cards, Social Security cards, and driver's license, and a dental plan card, of course.
Sure.
The arrest affidavit states that the woman also stole bed sheets, blue jeans, toiletries, camouflage, wading boots, several packages of frozen venison, and a bottle of wine during the spree.
Are you sure this wasn't divorce?
Yeah, it's a lot.
The 46-year-old in the pink dress is accused of sleeping in one of the victim's beds.
Why the emphasis on the pink dress?
I don't know.
There's video of this, and that's the thing that's so weird.
Yeah, she faces charges of grand theft, burglary of an unoccupied dwelling, possession of a concealed weapon, and battery on a law enforcement officer.
Oh, there's another envelope.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It sounds like a country song.
It does.
But, all that stuff. Maybe you're right, though. Maybe there's some domestic element to this that we're not aware of.
I watch a lot of those murder shows. This sounds like she knew the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she knew what she was taking. She knew.
Slept in their bed?
Yeah, that's a little
the
Three
weird
Bears,
part.
but
Yeah, Goldilocks section.
Yeah.
Godwin, what are your thoughts on
Sounds like a Mellencamp song. She stole bed sheets, blue jeans, and assorted toiletries. She took some camouflage, wading boots, and deer meat, wine and cheese. Ooh, yeah. And this woman, north of Tampa, was arrested but did not confess. She stole a John Deere tractor, flipped the cops a bird, took off in a little pink dress. Oh, it ain't that Florida. The insanity ain't that Florida. From Pensacola to the Keys, baby, ain't that Florida. Home of the crazies, yeah. Little pink dresses for you and me. For you and me. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Patty?
Our apologies to John.
That was Patty Cougar Hunter Got
Jesse Cougar, Mellencamp Raffia.
Reno, that's from my new game show, Meth or Bath Salts, where you find out what was going on with the alleged perp.
You ever done the meth, Reno?
No, I haven't. I've sold it, but I don't use it. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I mean, I've got a camper and some paint cans, but you know what? COVID was tough on comics, and I had to make money. I didn't really work construction. I was just kind of like a food truck with meth.
I see.
Reminders, we're talking about some great live shows. How about this one? A movie from Bert Kreischer.
Yes.
It's called The Machine. And I guess the official for the public debut is tomorrow. Is that correct?
Right, but a special sneak preview tonight.
Tonight online, you can stream it. It's
okay, and it's you find out all the information at BurtBurtBurt.
BurtBurtBurt.com.
The machine.
The Machine. It's a great story now turned into a movie. Should be a lot of fun.
I drink coffee out of machine cup.
That's very nice. Right now, it's time for our Country Fried Take with Reno Collier. Reno, you ready?
I'm ready, buddy. Excuse me.
Yep, clear your throat.
Well, you know I always do. You make fun of me every time.
We had an hour and a half.
Well, it's terrible radio.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. So people seem to be confused on what it means to be a man. Today, I'd like to share my humble opinion on what it actually means. First and foremost, you need a wiener and nuts. Not just
the emails have already started.
Not just I forgot where I was. Not just for reproduction, but that area will give you years of giggling pleasure, and although it can get you in a lot of trouble, we're obsessed with it from birth. Medically speaking, it's the great equalizer in our lives. Nowadays, you hear people throw around terms like toxic masculinity. Calm down. There is nothing wrong with being masculine. That's what wins wars, protects society, and breeds leadership. The phrase you're looking for is, don't be a dick.
Yes.
Masculinity is not kicking someone's ass. It's when you know you can kick their ass and you don't, and it's taking an ass whipping so someone you love won't have to. And that's not limited to just physical altercations. It's every situation in life. I saw where mixed martial artist Ronda Rousey said she wouldn't fight a man on TV because she didn't want little girls to think it's okay for a man to punch a woman. And it's absolutely not okay. I showed that story to my wife, and she got real quiet and emotional, and she said, honey, I would love to see Ronda Rousey kick your ass on TV.
That's a pay-per-view.
Now, a lesser man would have responded with, well, it'll be her first time fighting someone with a boner.
You just love it.
But in this case, who am I kidding? I'm a lesser man. Look, being a real man is something we strive for. It's not perfected. Like Lance Armstrong, not a real man. And it's not because he has one nut or he's a glorified paper boy on a 10-speed chasing other dudes wearing Sheryl Crow's Spanx. It's because he cheated, got caught, lied about it, got caught again, lied about it, and then went all in to deceive everyone. Being a man is not about lying to get out of stuff you did. It's about being honorable and taking your punishment. It's leading by example, not empty words. It's not your accomplishments on paper. It's how you handle your failures that teach lessons. If he asked for genuine forgiveness and, like, started a camp to speed up newspaper delivery or whatever, we'd welcome him back. But with redemption comes change. It's about leading people away from harm. Sometimes we have to really evaluate our perception of manliness. For instance, last week, Willie and I did some shows together. Ooh. Willie told the crowd that because his hands were soft and milky like a little girl, that he's not a real man. Now, my first reaction was, that's true. But then I thought about it. Although odd and mildly disturbing, he's actually tough. To get up in front of people and tell them the truth, knowing you're being judged by 300 strangers, actually is pretty badass. After all, a real man will tell the truth no matter the consequences. He will sacrifice himself for those he loves as well. And if your man works too much, just know he's trying to provide for you, or he's just showing off for you. It's about getting to a crossroad, and no matter how jacked up the road that will help your family is, you take it, all while trying to stand firm on your principles. You try to be honest, you don't steal, and you don't attack. You protect. But when all logic fails, you protect at all costs. So, boys, while commercials try to always make us look like we can't figure out a $9.99 life insurance policy or get a window shade to work, when all hell breaks loose, our families look to us. So man up and stand firm on your principles so you're ready. My name's Reno Collier, and that's my Country Fried Take.
Thank you, Reno.
Very good.
Thank you.
Now, we turn back to the news desk with the glasses-free Jess. What happened to the glasses?
Well, in the hallway, you said, hey, do you care if I make fun of your glasses? And I said no, but I do, so I just took them off.
Can you see? Are you getting a headache?
Oh, these aren't real.
Oh, they're not?
No.
Those are, you got those for vanity purposes?
No, they're blue light.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's important.
They're
when you're
blue
working on
light.
computer
Yeah.
She kind of has 20/20 vision.
But I actually wear them. I have the top off the Jeep, and they help from my hair smacking me in the eyes, and I wore them in today.
Smart.
Yes. So I'm not wearing goggles.
I heard
in the
top
Jeep.
off and smacking in the eyes, and I didn't hear anything about it.
You're such a creep.
I just made these. I just looked at Josh and I zipped my lips shut because I was not going to go after that.
That blacked out.
Yeah, anything else flapping your chin? No. Did I
You say you had your top off driving in? Wow.
You just hear the guitar like.
The relationship between Godwin and Jess is one of the funniest in America. They really love each other.
We do love each other.
But Pat will occasionally say something like that.
Right.
And Jess will not suffer fools.
It throws me, and because Pat looks just like my dad.
I do.
He does.
That's
They
hot and
look.
confusing.
They look a lot alike.
Wow.
We do.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day, Pat. You're getting a Gwyneth Paltrow prostate vibrator.
Butt plug for me, Jess.
Yes.
Do you have a picture of your dad?
I do. Yeah. Yeah. I'll show. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show
Well,
you
it's
the
not
break.
so much his facial features. Pat's body is pretty much like
Yeah, I
your
passed
dad's.
him once.
I feel okay. I'm Pat.
Pretty
Look,
close.
my dad has lost a lot of weight. He after he retired, he got really fit. And
So he
looks
doesn't look
great.
like Pat anymore? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that.
That's your godson, Pat.
Apparently, Willie doesn't have mirrors in his place.
Wow. It's getting mean in here.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture at the break, though.
I can't wait to see it.
But for right now, do you want to talk about gold vaginas?
Is that a new Bond villain?
A Buddhist temple in Thailand is receiving global attention because of a set of unusual sculptures.
Thailand.
I know. I thought we could just go, but
I like Thailand.
You weren't going to let her have
I was hoping you guys would just let it go.
Sounds like a tire store.
So I went to Thailand and I said, whoa.
Hey.
I did mean Thailand. According to the New York Post, a Buddhist nun known as Mother Brahmin built the statue of a giant golden vagina so women could increase their fertility and fortune. The 4-foot-tall sculpture of a vagina is accompanied by a ring of 8
4
smaller
feet.
vulvas.
Find my keys so we can drive out.
Which cast member of The View is it?
Well, you got
Well, if it's Goldberg.
The 4-foot-tall sculpture of the vagina is accompanied by a ring of 8 smaller vulvas.
Ah.
I'll tell you what, I used to drive.
Small vulva.
Did you?
Yeah.
Station wagon.
Good gas mileage.
Oh, yeah, the new electric one looks awesome.
Boxy.
The temple.
Sniper, folks.
The temple also erected a matching golden penis sculpture.
Erected.
That's why I giggled.
I believe what you meant to say was gave a boner to.
So, is this like that Lincoln statue where you're supposed to go up and touch it for good luck?
It would appear, yeah.
Can you reach the... When I went to the Lincoln Memorial,
You can't touch it,
No,
can you?
not the Lincoln Memorial.
Oh.
Oh.
The statue of Abraham Lincoln. It's like in Illinois or whatever.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
I
You can
don't know
touch it
that
for good luck?
And am I correct? Isn't where people touch that? Isn't the nose? Like,
Is that the Lincoln
Rubbed
statue?
off?
Oh, it's getting worn?
Yeah, it's getting worn up. But it's good luck. You touch it for.
Yeah, it says worshippers visit the statue to pray for luck, fertility, beauty, and helping them find a partner.
I don't mean to be weird. Can you get in it? You know what I mean?
I don't think you can because it
After a
says
couple
that
dates,
it's
Buy a dinner, get it drunk.
it's surrounded by vulvas, and so I think you can only get as close as the vulvas.
Surrounded by vulvas.
That's what it says. And then also with the penis sculpture, it is surrounded by smaller phalluses.
Okay. Oh, I see. So it's almost a Stonehenge-y.
Yeah. Like
Surrounded
that.
by vulvas is actually the new name for The View. They're trying to
Stonehenge. What would it be called? Do you know?
Bonehenge for the penis one.
I mean, certainly
Bonehenge.
there, yeah.
Has that been done?
I don't know. Not that I know of.
Sculptures. Okay.
Bonehenge.
So the largest of these sculpted vulvae, if you will, is did you say 4 feet?
Yeah, 4 feet is the vagina, and then the vulva is smaller. There's 8 surrounding.
Yes.
Smaller versions.
Do they have someone there with a pointer helping men find the tickler for later?
It'd be helpful if they
Tell us,
did.
here's the tickler button.
The tickler button.
Is that what you called the G spot?
No, the outer.
My bad.
Right
my
for doors.
Gotcha.
The Dolores.
Thank you.
Just go to the top.
Thanks,
Look
Dad.
around. It's not that hard.
Okay, have you seen a picture of this? This looks like the top of the slide at a water park.
Oh, really?
Well, if you're doing it right.
Yeah. Well, apparently this place has been closed for a while.
Wow, this is disturbing.
Right.
Yeah, well,
It's not lovely. It's gold.
No, it just actually kind of looks like a curtain that's open and
have
it's
you
gold.
seen-
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
the male version of this, I'll try to be clever here, or at least the male version of this is a hang down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's pointing south, but the surrounding ones are pointing north.
I see.
So from here, it looks like a cactus. It looks like a gold cactus.
Okay.
Because the balls are rather large.
And a lot of
I
pricks.
Yeah.
All right. Now, well, thank you very much, Jess.
You're welcome.
Now, Jess is also our cook, and just a couple weeks ago, she made us some delicious HelloFresh stuff. My favorite things, I believe, were the firecracker meatballs.
Yes.
And then, Josh, you made something just last weekend. What were those?
Taquitos.
They were delicious.
Delicious, yeah.
Well, HelloFresh is calling you. Hey, you. You want to try some great food, HelloFresh is the place. And they've got a brand new package right now. If you go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16, this involves 16 free meals as part of a special program. And you get to pick. In fact, the interesting thing about this is every week, 40 or more recipes. How does it work? HelloFresh does the shopping. They get the groceries. They measure everything out for you, including the spices, et cetera, et cetera. So it's going to be great restaurant quality food. They also have, by the way, 100 sides available, more than 100, at the HelloFresh market. And it's easy to switch proteins around. And, Willie, you were working on something. What was that?
Yeah, check out the Italian chicken and pepper sandos with potato wedges and garlic sauce. HelloFresh sends you 11 ingredients. Put those together in 6 easy steps. Just over a half hour, you are enjoying this delicious sandwich you made at home with help from HelloFresh.
Celebrate Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month right now with authentic recipes created by Chef Serbi Sani from New York's famous Tagmo restaurant. So something really interesting. Always something good, from vegan over on this side of things to good old-fashioned comfort food over there. Check it out with HelloFresh. BTShow16 is the code. Go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. That's BTShow16, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Have some fun. Great way to teach the kids how to cook. And you don't have to go to the store wandering around for an hour trying to find why the sour cream isn't in the same place as the horseradish. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part.
Right next to her at the funeral home, well, next to her body. Two little old ladies were staring down at Susie with tears in their eyes, and the first little old lady said, well, they're finally together. The second little old lady said, who, Susie and her first husband, or Susie and Sam Samurai? No, neither. Her legs.
Good morning, sunshine. To the max, there's baloney in our
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And we're talking with comedian Todd Glass.
In a relationship, women look down the road, which is positive, but some women look too far down the road. I mean, they can't just take that moment for what it is. Like, I'm at a bar, and I asked this girl to dance. You know, she's like, oh, dance? Oh, sure, I'd like to dance. And we're done dancing. Maybe you go over there, you'll buy me a drink, I'll buy you a drink. A week later, we'll start calling each other. We'll get our machines, then you'll get me, then I'll get you. Then we go out on a date, and our friends say we're perfect for each other. So we have our first kiss, then we decide we're going to get engaged. We get engaged, we have a beautiful wedding. After the wedding, we get back from our wedding, we set up an apartment together. Then we have a beautiful apartment. You get a promotion, I get a promotion, and we buy a big house. We have a house, white picket fence, dogs, 2 kids, everything's going good. Then you're coming home from late at work. I go, why are you coming home late at work? You go, I'm in love with my secretary. Oh, you're in love with secretary. You want me to tell the kids we're going to get divorced and they don't have a father anymore? Dance? I don't think so, you sick freak.
The Detroit Pistons, former champs of basketball. I have so many souvenirs, it's hard to list them all. I have piston pants. I have piston shorts. I have piston beer mugs. Sometimes people don't even notice. I have piston ashtrays. I have piston shoes. I have piston basketballs. When I dribble, they do too.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Kristi Lee on assignment. Jess Hooker is at the news desk.
Hello.
Hello. There's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chickster.
Ace Cosby's here. Hey. There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Did you mention Reno Collier?
You're supposed to do that.
Okay, sorry. I don't feel like it. Let's see now.
Hey, there's Reno Collier.
Oh, there he is. And, oh, wait a minute now. Jess Hooker is showing me a picture of your dad. Oh, he does look like Pat Godwin.
Absolutely.
More hair, though. Lucky guy.
May I see, Jess? I know I've met your dad. Yeah, very Godwin-esque.
Yeah. This is like 5 years ago. He's much thinner now. Yeah.
Look at Pat. I mean, you know the implications.
I'm not sure how to take that, Pat.
I didn't say anything.
I gained all this weight for a movie I want to watch.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the show, we
Time now for Today in History. Shut up. May 25th.
Nope, not time for that yet.
It's not?
No, we never condescend to our guests.
We don't have any time.
We Reno,
have to.
Reno, you're a professional.
Have you met our guests?
Reno is a professional comedian, but as I always say, even Tiger Woods took golf lessons when he was at the top of his game.
Time now for Today in History.
Which is why you, as a comedian, need to learn a little something about joke telling, and here it is.
Who is it? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, Reno, my girlfriend left me. She said I'm always so un-American. I saw it coming from a kilometer away.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Dude, he sold it like a genius.
He sure did.
The whole thing, I loved it.
Speaking of genius, the folks at Omaha Steaks are Father's Day geniuses. Right now, you can go to omahasteaks.com, use code BTS at checkout, get $30 off an unforgettable gift that is guaranteed to make your dad's day. Omaha Steaks, because if there's one thing we know, it's that dads want steak.
There we go. Thank you
very welcome. My God, I did good.
Time now for Today.
Ridiculous. Not for me.
In history.
Jess Hooker.
Here's Tom.
Question.
Uh-oh.
This man demonstrated something in 1843. His name, Christian Doppler. What did he present?
something weather related. The Doppler.
The Doppler radar. That's
there we
right.
go.
I mean, that is essentially the same.
That's actually where it comes from.
That's where the invention came from. Yeah,
the train. I love the name. This sounds like it's out of a movie. He presented to the Royal Bohemian Society.
Yes.
What would become the Doppler.
None of us buy store-bought cigarettes. I can tell you.
The smell of patchouli. Yeah, the Doppler effect. That's the thing where the siren goes by and it goes dee-doo, 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 dee-doo.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah, that's
I
called the
didn't know
Doppler
that.
effect.
Oh, okay.
Or this.
Oh.
Yeah, Vinny Doppler.
That was really
He
good.
drove all of his friends crazy doing that.
I want to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, now the Plopler effect is a toilet thing. Let's see. Here's a good one. 1922, Babe Ruth was suspended one day and fined $200, which was a tidy sum then, for throwing dirt on an umpire.
Ooh.
That wasn't the problem. He didn't finish throwing the dirt before the pitch clock ended, and that's where they nailed him. 1927, Henry Ford announces the end of production of the Model T.
That's when the Model
A.
No.
U.
That's TAE for Thomas Alva Edison.
Nerd. I was making an alphabet in order joke.
1977, Star Wars, whatever they call it now, but the original one.
Still called Star Wars.
Okay.
Episode 4, A New Hope.
Okay.
You have anything to add, nerd?
It's funny you'd say that because back in the original trilogy, they didn't expect it to be the prequels to be coming. So no one knew. It really kind of changed everything in 99 when the first one came out because that's episode 1. But
somebody stop it!
I was really waiting for the cutoff.
Time now for things we learned today on the show. Oh, he's going to let me go ahead.
No, on this date, Alien was released.
Oh, sure. The seminal Ridley Scott masterpiece.
Yep, covered in semen.
Tell you what, I covered my seat with feces when I saw that thing scared the
The breakfast scene, and it gives birth to the... It's no good. I announced that I was not speaking to Hayes. I later warned.
We made up.
Now I might not be speaking to him again. This is my doorbell at home.
And every time somebody rings it, you go, I got to get that
I
thing
gotta
fixed.
get that fixed.
That's a good gag.
Tom continues to walk his dog at 3 a.m. in his new neighborhood and continues to cause problems. Evidently, a policeman's there every morning. He picks up dog poop and accidentally drops his phone in it. It's just...
No, the policeman doesn't pick up the dog poop. I do.
I'm surprised. You'll have him picking it up for you if you're not... Grandma's crown has come off. Says she looks like a hilljack, Willie said.
Yeah, she looks real funny.
Lost a tooth.
So she still has all her teeth, though?
I think so.
That was a lesser-known Bill Withers song about his grandmother giving birth.
Grandma's teeth?
Oh, that kind of crowning?
Grandma's teeth.
Grandma's crown. A flowery purple. A dark purple. Covered in goo.
Is that sports?
No!
Is that sports?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, good. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.